Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast, the Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234. Make the right connection.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Google. It's go time on a Wednesday morning, hump day, and it is a big deal. You know what today is? It's National Signing Day in college football. Makes it a really big day for a certain coach about 75 miles southwest of us. And how tight a hold on what was once considered a top 2 or 3 signing class does Billy Napier have? 1010XL's here for you, gang. If you're into the signing day scene from 6A to, when do we go off tonight, E? What do we got? Hacker After Dark, the last thing up?
Yep, till 10
All right, yeah, 6A and Hacker on top of this. That's probably a good little listen for you, by the way, if you're a recruit, Nick. would be Hacker After Dark, because by then, after dark, all things should be signed, sealed, and delivered. And so we will wait and alert you to the percolating rumors and whatnot. Not just in Gainesville, obviously. Georgia is sitting there ready to pull in another number one class. Mike Norvell and the Noles have shot up the list. That's what an undefeated, perfect conference-winning season will do for you. They're into the top 5. In fact, a couple of the lists they've shot in front of Florida. And we'll see how it plays out down the stretch for the Gators and Noles in particular. FSU is in the news in South Florida in the Orange Bowl, the game that, man, you wish it could be, but it's not. And I was thinking about this, E.T. Good morning, my friend.
What'd they do, Jeffrey?
All right, I'm thinking about this. The perspective has certainly changed. When the first Cats started sitting out the bowl games, there was a lot bigger, different reaction than we have today. I think we've now all resigned ourselves to the fact that these bowl games, for the most part, while fun, and we have a great granddaddy of them right here in our backyard with the Gator Bowl, but they've lost all prestige because of the playoff.
Yeah.
They just have. The bowl games used to keep the rankings in play until after the bowl season was over. The bowl games meant a whole lot more. So the stance is softened, really, even with the hardliners, when it comes to kids sitting out bowl games, right? It used to be, you're there, it's the last game, team, rah, 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 and so on and so forth. And now we've pretty much accepted that most of these stars and most of the Cats that are headed to the NFL draft are going to skip the bowl, but it's not totally like that. There are still those that play. But if there were ever in the history of amateur sports a group more justified to go ahead and call the career quits and not play in the bowl game, it would be the Florida State football team, who just bled and sweated their way to an undefeated, perfect season. In every real game that mattered, Florida State won. And so if you are Jared Verse, the latest to say thank you, Nole Nation, but I'm off to a bigger platform, you pat him on the back and say, job well done, friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Sorry, the bleeding and the sweating didn't put you where we all think you should be, but here's an attaboy. Thanks for coming back for it. Think about Jared Verse, who would have been a first-round pick last year, who came back to chase the exact success that the Florida State football team reached this year. Forget the fan base and the alumni, and in some case the state legislators up in arms. No. Where it really hits is Jared Verse, right in the gut. Sorry, big fella. I know you're an All-American and a first-round pick, but since Jordan Travis isn't playing, you suck. I mean, so that really is who you really feel for in this, or the other 21 starters for Florida State, many of whom now said, no. And we told you Trey Benson yesterday, Jaheim Bell, Johnny Wilson Jr., another one of the defensive linemen. It's bare bones for Florida State against Georgia in that Orange Bowl. Mike Norvell met the media yesterday. Going to let you hear some very honest, comments from him. I mean, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Our Friday 5-pack is coming down the stretch, and I refuse to put my wheel spin fate in the hands of these college kids in these bowl games. Maybe I'll dabble in the playoffs, the ones that matter, where you can at least assume what kind of effort you're going to get, because you can make no rhyme nor reason. If you are a degenerate and you're already into the most wonderful time of the year and all these rogue bowl games you're firing on, you've probably been duped a few times. Like teams whose quarterback and receiver are already in the portal and teams whose guys are sitting out, those teams are winning anyway, so they're just throwing you curveballs left and right. Good luck picking the bowl games. If that's your gig, God bless you. Your boy here down the stretch with 3 to go, I think I'm going NFL exclusive, man. I mean, I can't trust this whole bowl, situation as it lies. So, anywho, for what it's worth, it's cold out there this morning, my brother.
Ooh, it's big nippy out there.
All right. I always think of the 6 o'clockers when I'm driving in and it's this cold and I'm getting up and going. I'm shivering just walking, from my garage to my car. And then I'm thinking about our guys out there. They're loading up equipment this morning, E.
Making it go.
They're getting ready to get out and make it hum. It's cold this morning. And I thought about this. Do you own a pair of gloves?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah. You've lived Clay, you've lived here your whole life?
Outside of my military career, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But so you've been in some cold weather in the military or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cape
not
May,
a ton. You never lived in it, right? You never had to go through seasons or years of it, right?
I just did one winter up there in Cape May, New Jersey.
I wonder this morning. I was thinking about this as I was driving in. I hope glove technology has gotten better. Do they? And just a question. Maybe hit me up on the text line. Do gloves work yet? When I was a kid and I lived in cold weather, the gloves worked for 5 minutes. And after about 5 minutes, your fingers are freezing. Am I wrong?
The tip of your finger.
Yes, but it don't take long. If you're wearing gloves that you're trying to have any kind of dexterity, right? Have they finally my goodness, we can clone sheep in today's world. Can we make a pair of gloves that are warm and stay warm?
We can clone people. We
can.
Sheep.
We can do any and everything right now. Can we? So if you're out, and I thought of this because it doesn't matter here. We're in the comfy confines, brother. I got a big cup of coffee. I'm ready to roll, right? But I was just wondering this morning as my guys are loading up and heading out. Many of them probably wearing gloves. Shout out to my friends at Lifetime Enclosures. Got some flooring put in yesterday.
Shout out.
Yeah. Miss Peach have been beating on me to get some stuff done. Kids been out of the house for a while now, and so Daddy's buckling, and I'm just throwing money left and right, my man. But a job well done. But I thought of those dudes. They're loading up this morning, so I know you're out there and about. You stay warm, but tell me, man, do gloves work yet? That's what I want to know. You could get made fun of. Mittens seem like a little kid's utensil. But because they package you all in, you keep your hands together. I think mittens used to be warmer than gloves. But once you reach a certain age, like 7 or 8, you need your fingers, man. You're doing stuff, right? And so there's that. So shout out to 6 o'clockers, braving the cold this morning, hoping like heck that glove technology's improved a whole heck of a lot. I don't think I've worn a pair of gloves in 25 years.
Oh, wow.
That's not true. We've skiing. We've done some little trips, but I mean, really, worn them consistently. I spent some time in northern West Virginia, middle school age, for when I was 12 to 14, 15. So we lived in that cold all the time. And I just remember, man, we're going to go out and you play football. I mean, you just go as a kid, and up there in the winter, you go. You sled, you do this, you play, and I just remember gloves after about 5 minutes, you may as well not wear them. This is the early morning, first cup of coffee, stream of consciousness you deserve. Guggen Nation, there you go. There you have it. We've gotten to a time of year. Look, in football season, we narrow. What is the word I'm looking for? We narrow the gap in sports passion between Dan and I and the listening audience. Here's what I mean. In Jaguars season, many of you, not all of you are engaged to a level. Many of you are engaged to the same level that we are, ET included. We go to talk Jaguars, and I say Devon Hamilton, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
If we go to talk college basketball, and I say Tyree Samuel, you'll look at me like, what?
Huh?
And this is where Dan and I are cut different. I love sports all year long, all year long, all year round.
He ain't lying.
So Gator basketball last night for me, it's like y'all watching a Jag game. It's just, it's the same enthusiasm and excitement. When Kentucky and North Carolina played college basketball this weekend, that was the same for me as y'all watch Buffalo Dallas play NFL. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's as we trend out of football, which will initially happen, where I wish I wish you could love sports as much as we did, right? You could that you find that same interest and excitement in other sports.
All sports, yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, where, like, Hicken will ride these Rangers, buddy. It's not an act. It's like your Jaguars are positioning themselves as a championship potential winning team. That's how my man is with the Rangers. Now, how much NHL hockey talk do we do around here?
Right.
Do you understand the powder keg, my man, as a sports-loving, talk show hosting bro? You know how much he must have to stifle that?
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
I mean, if it were me, I'd want to come in. I'd just want to talk Rangers for an hour every morning. No? So I understand. It's a blessing and a curse. I say all this is a wild, rambling, but I thought well-executed lead-in. What a college basketball game last night. If you're a Gator basketball fan and you're just kind of tuning in to what this team is, and odds are you've checked them out already, and when there's a brand name on the other side of the scoreboard, it gets your attention a little bit more, but make no mistakes, the Michigan team that Florida played into double overtime last night, this isn't the Michigan team that's a Final Four level squad. Which Michigan has been. Florida and Florida State have both run into Michigan over the course of the last 5-6 years. This is a bridge year, it looks like to me, for Michigan. Truth be told, sports passion aside, haven't watched any Michigan basketball yet this year. What an entertaining game last night, though, at this. It's like an Air Jordan Classic, Air Ball, I forget what they call it.
Yeah. It was
Jordan Classic, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Tonight it'll be, who is it? North Carolina is matched up tonight with a ranked team. Well, Florida and Michigan went back and forth. A close game for much of the first half. Michigan pulled out to about a 9-point lead second half. And look, Todd Golden has put together a nice little rotation of athletes there. But Florida's going to have nights. Florida will have a night where they beat a top 10 team, where they won't do it consistently. They're certainly they look dangerous. Look. These coaches out west, again, I'm kind of going, a couple levels up here on college basketball and interest, but there's teams out west like Pepperdine, Santa Clara, Gonzaga used to be that. Those West Coast Conference or West Coast Athletic Conference teams that Todd Golden came from one, San Francisco, that when they put together the right mix of transfers and international players and they stay for 3 or 4 years in some cases, that they'll make these runs to like the Sweet 16 in the tournament. And Todd Golden's kind of building these Gators like that, but leveling up, a level when it comes to how good they are. You're at San Francisco, you got a ceiling on the prospect who's going to come play for you. You get to an SEC, it's not Florida exclusive. You get to an SEC school with the right guy, and we'll see. That's yet to be told. And again, celebrating a double overtime win over Michigan is not some statement of reappearance for the Florida basketball program. I'm just here to tell you it was a real fun, exciting game to watch. A fun game, and that Florida team is fun. They're athletic. They're better. They're certainly better. They again didn't finish off a win over Virginia they could have had. Didn't finish off a win over Baylor they could have had. Didn't beat Wake Forest, bad loss. But sprinkled in is a rout over FSU, a win over Pitt, a win over Michigan. They've beaten some brands as well. So we're going to be in the SEC season here real quick. And this just in, SEC again is good league. Kentucky showed it this weekend with that win over North Carolina. So I digress. Come back on the other side. I'm going to let you hear from Mike Norvell. Interesting Jaguars note popped into my head as this football team faces a really big game this weekend on the road. Where are you at on the confidence level? I usually find that the further removed I am from the disappointment of the loss, my confidence, because of what this team has showed us the last couple of years, overall, my confidence builds back up as we approach game time. I think our boys are going to answer, E. I think they're going to answer. Now, I'm not asking for a confirmation, but we'll hop into that a little bit as we move through this Wednesday morning as well. It's a hump day, stump day. Get Smart John coming up in about an hour.
Stump day.
Yeah, we'll fill his sleigh full of disappointment with our answers here this morning. 641-1010, that's the phone number. Also the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday. Hey, man, if you have any holiday mayhem when it comes to plumbing issues, you know who you can count on. My fam over at Beach Rose Plumbing and BeachRosePlumbing.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. See the world through the eyes of a linebacker.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tom McManus joins Jaguars Today every Friday morning. Period. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Save big at Key Buick GMC, up to $9,000 off on all new 23 Buick Enclaves, or up to $8,500 off new 23 Buick Envisions. Low APR rates like 1.9% APR financing for 36 months, 4.5% for 48 or 60 months, and 5.44% APR for up to 72 months. It comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty whenever you purchase a new vehicle from Key Buick GMC, across the street from Tinseltown, Southside Engage.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
I'm Shane with Renew Solutions, an expert in transforming your hardwood floors to a timeless and elegant new look. For any wood floor repairs, replace, or installs, I've got you covered at Renew Solutions. Visit renewjacksfloors.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoors Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
Mr. Rooter. I introduce you here to our pest solution here on The Drill. It's Mission Pest Solutions, veteran and locally owned and operated. So easy to deal with. 904-944-PEST. How much can you count on them? Because you're listening to 1010XL and we're in this together. Tell them you're from 1010XL when you call 944-PEST. You'll get a free initial pest service worth $250. Good from now through the end of the year. 944-PEST. Tell them you're calling from 1010XL.
5-Star Pizza delivers a symphony of flavors for an extraordinary artisanal experience.
Dude, come on. It's a pizza.
Well, have you seen their Piezilla? It barely fits through the doorway. Call 5-Star Pizza now and cry out for a Piezilla!
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Frank Frangie here for Big Chief Tire. Looking for affordable tires without sacrificing quality? Well, look no further than Big Chief Tire. Whether you're gearing up for holiday travel or simply need a fresh set of wheels, they're rolling out fantastic deals on tires for all their valued customers. Visit the website at BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule an appointment at any of their 5 locations. They keep Jax rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, National Signing Day in college football. We'll let you know how that progresses. Not just here this morning. We got we're the early risers, so not a lot percolating, but certainly any seismic shifts out there. When it comes to pen to paper, we'll keep you up to date on. And then for the rankings and the insight, they will have the evaluators and the experts on all day long here on 1010XL. We'll bend over backwards for you. Just diving into the history of number 1 overall picks at quarterback. And I did it because what an interesting scenario that we have for our Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence the next 2 weeks. It'll be a battle of number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position. Baker Mayfield, who was number 1 overall in 2018. Trevor will face him, assuming the concussion protocol makes its way towards, Trevor playing. Again, Brock Purdy, same deal. He played quarterback somehow. The cobwebs clear faster. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and then if it plays out, the very next week we host who? Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, the number 1 overall pick again. So in back-to-back weeks, it'll be number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position. And so if you were among the group that Trevor Lawrence is a week-to-week referendum for you, we'll see how he does matched up against those 2 number 1 overall picks. Tough matchup this week in Tampa. The Bucs have been a really, really weird team. And I've, followed a little bit of the Bucs because I give one eye of attention on the Atlanta Falcons. They share a division. They play the Bucs twice already. In fact, the Bucs won in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago in a game where, which is typical Atlanta. The Falcons gave it away. Remember back at the beginning of the year, the Bucs surprised. They went and they won at Minnesota, right? First game, the Vikings, the playoff team. Bucs went up, pulled off the upset, came home, beat the Bears. They're 2-0. They won at New Orleans week 4. They were 3-1 and led the NFC South, and then they lost 4 straight. Lost to the Lions and Falcons back-to-back at home. Went on the road, gave Buffalo a tussle, but lost by 6. Lost at Houston, but only by 2. Came home, beat the Titans 20-6. They've been very competitive. They lost at San Francisco by 13. How do we do against the Niners? They lost at the Colts by 7, a team the Jags obviously have beaten. And now 3 straight over Carolina by a field goal, Atlanta by 4, and at Green Bay, the most impressive maybe of their wins this year, 14 points on the road. And suddenly, Tampa's gone from 4-7 rather, to 7-7. And they're in the lead in the NFC South. So just as much to play for the Bucs as anyone. The amazing Mike Evans is going to have to be corralled. Jags need a combo pass rush. And it'd be nice to get Tyson Campbell back, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to get Cisco back.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield having a pretty good year. 24 touchdowns, 8 picks, passer rating 94.
Wow.
Yeah. Mike Evans already over 1,000 yards receiving again. What's that, 10, 11 years in a row for Evans?
10 years in a row.
Yeah, crazy. Rashad White is finding himself as their running back. He's had a decent year. He's got 834 yards. That's probably on pace with ETN. Evans already with 1,000. Godwin, good chance of getting there. He's got 814 already, but Evans has emerged as the guy you got to stop. He's got 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards receiving, a rapport with Baker Mayfield. But interestingly, it's a battle of number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position for back-to-back years. But then I started looking. Trevor's already had a number 1 versus number 1 matchup with Joe Burrow. He's had a number 1 versus number 1 matchup with Kyler Murray. He's had a number 1 versus number 1 matchup with Jared Goff. And that would be it at the quarterback position. Goff, they lost. Burrow, they lost. I'm talking about Trevor's rookie year. Remember, they went to Cincinnati. Urban remembers.
Urban, yeah.
Yeah, he stayed long. Little boys' weekend. Boy, Jack should have won that game too, man. Anywho, they lost that one, and they lost to Kyler Murray here, rookie year also?
Oh, man, I remember that.
Right? Murray was on his way. He did the yoga pose that game, remember? So far, no bueno for Trevor. 0-3 in these number 1 versus number 1 matchups. We'll see how he fares. We got to get a win this weekend, man. It's DEFCON 8 if we don't. I'm not kidding you. We got problems if we don't win this game. You know why? Because for the first time all year, we take control out of our own hands, potentially. If we lose this weekend and either Houston or Indy wins, we no longer have control of a division that sure seemed to be ours, lock, stock, and barrel just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, we were sitting as a potential number 1 seed in the AFC. Now we're, should I say, showing great trepidation. For the record, since now we have to, not the Titans. Who cares about the Titans? They're out of it. Texans host the Browns. More on a football fix, but spoiler alert, they don't expect C.J. Stroud. We know what the Browns are capable of, so we'll see how Joe Flacco and the boys do deep in the heart of Texas. Meanwhile, the Colts, where are we at with Indy? Colts are at the Falcons. Oof. Just, by the way, the kind of game the Falcons win, so, maybe my children from another marriage can do us a solid this weekend. But bottom line, if the Colts win at the Falcons or if the Texans beat the Browns at home and the Jaguars lose for the first time, that firm control of this division will be out of our hands, which it's not what we're looking for, is it? Yeah, not what we're looking for. It'll be interesting, though, our defensive coordinator, where he came from, who he's worked for, who his mentor is. Right? It's Todd Bowles. So Mike Caldwell should maybe spend some time in the offensive room this week. I imagine the Jaguars are seeing a lot of what the Bucs run just in their week-to-week practices. So just some Barry's bits of insight that will trickle in as we take you through this week, count you down to Christmas coming up this weekend. The text line is weighing in on the gloves. 641-1010. I hunt and still can't find gloves to keep my hands warm. It's almost like they get colder. Vacuum packs that freezing cold into those fingers and puts you out of. Sometimes, though, you folks out there are finding. But for the most part, that's the thing. Warm gloves don't conform using your hands or tools. Yeah, they just don't. It's rough out there, and it's cold out there. So there are some. Somebody is pumping the Amazon work gloves. Say they come in clutch. So there you go. You guys knock yourself out. Stay warm out there this morning. We're going to get back into our normal Florida kind of stretch here. We'll be back in the 60s and 70s by the end of the week. But, hey, you got a weather forecast for that. Let's stick to our strength, which in this case will be FSU football. I told you Jared Verse. By the way, may it cost himself some money coming back for another year. The news and notes portion of the program show us that Jared Verse not going to play in the bowl. No surprise there. He joins a long list. They already don't have Jordan Travis, obviously. But if there's any group of players that you just pat on the back and say, yeah, I wouldn't play either, it'd be this Florida State team, because in every game that was supposed to matter, they busted their tail and won every single one of them. And so now and not that anyone is pushing back, but now you want me to play in this meaningless game? Yeah, no thanks. Verse, meanwhile, and who knows? Let's see how the evaluation process runs its course. But Verse may very well have cost himself money by coming back. So, meanwhile, you got Mike Norvell trying to get a football team ready for a behemoth over there on the other side. And if there was any sort of notion of positioning this game of in any sort of way, contributing to any sort of power ranking or who deserves it, that's all out the window. These are not the two football teams that would have met if it mattered, right? Because certainly these FSU players would have been there for that. Meanwhile, as we wait until a week from Saturday, the FSU-Georgia game is just not going to be the same. And I'm to be honest with you, I'm not as aware of what the Georgia roster looks like. I know Carson Beck is coming back and is going to play in the game. Georgia, I would think, and not to mention their depth is so much better than FSU's anyway. All that being said, I'm not touching Georgia minus 14. Y'all can have the bowl games. I'll steer clear. And if you listen to Mike Norvell, you can understand why steering clear of this football team is probably not a bad idea.
You had to learn how to work through disappointment, hurt, frustration, anger, every bit of it. And you're 18 to 22-year-old kids, and you're 42-year-old coach, and so, it's hard. But, at the end of the day, you control the things you control. And, we did everything that we needed to do to win 13 games this season. Now we get an opportunity to go get better. And so for a group of young men that are having to work through that, it's probably been the most challenging couple weeks of coaching I've ever had.
All right, a layer further, how do you deal with that challenge? And again, man, football coaches aren't supposed to be freaking guidance counselors. You come in and, tell them what's bothering you. Mike Norvell got his guys alpha ready 13 times. And now he's left to play grief counselor as well.
I got a chance to talk to the team immediately afterwards. I tried to send, team text messages throughout the course of the week. It's hard to get on the phone with every player throughout it. But, we did have some communication and just trying to help guys, wrap their minds around it, because it's not like, they're shut off from everything. The world and social media and all the things that are out there to continue to spark or fire. I'm proud of our guys for how they handled themselves. But they're still kids.
The ACC's inability to push the Noles into the playoff, instead of taking the chicken way out, not making any tough decisions. You're just a bunch of cowards up there in that committee. This isn't an FSU rant. This is just a rant against a committee they're like politicians, E. They're like politicians. They're just bold-faced liars. They just lie out of each side of their mouth depending on what the topic is. In one breath, they're taking Texas and Alabama over FSU because, they just believe they're better and they're one of the best four. Yet this same committee, so let me ask you this, boys, brain trust. You think Texas is better than Georgia, do you? Is that right? Georgia won 29 straight games, went undefeated, lost by a field goal, a heartbreaker to Alabama, so suddenly they're not one of the best four. So is that what I'm picking up from you clowns? They were prisoner of the head-to-head win of Texas, and I don't know why you think Texas belongs in over FSU, but you're too cowardly to make a decision, Texas versus Bama, because you feel like you got to put Bama in, but oh boy, Texas beat Alabama, so let's just screw FSU. But there's a sidebar of that. ACC, I believe, had 3 guys in there on the committee in the room. 3 of their ADs, maybe their president, and they did not get FSU through. And I would say that FSU is really about through with the ACC, and it's about where can they land. This comes with this news. The Noles have had renewed in-depth discussions about their long-term future in the ACC. Those talks reignited after their omission. The snub angers the university and its board of trustees. Basically, the last straw after telling the conference how displeased they were with him. By the way, give the Noles credit here, too. Preseason, back in August, in July, in the summer, long before FSU had reestablished much of anything. Job well done on a nice finish last year, and what was it, like a Cheez-It Bowl win. But the Noles postured themselves last offseason like, man, we're the only big deal in this league. We're the only one that can really contend. We deserve more money. That wasn't necessarily just broadly approved by all of us. Hold on now. Yeah, 1999, you got a great argument, but where you been? And then by positioning themselves as such, went out and proved that, yeah, they do deserve all the money. Wake Forest doesn't deserve any of our money. Sorry. They just don't. I mean, appreciate you, NC State. You had a nice little year. You don't get any more of our cash. But the other side of that is FSU is going to have to prove its value, and that comes in the form of who's offering you what. A situation, meanwhile, expected to come to a head in the near future. It's going to be formally discussed soon. They did say this in clarity. Florida State is not leaving the ACC in the near term, but is merely weighing its options, a difficult task that's also come with trepidation with some of those. The growing revenue gap between the ACC and the other leagues is chafing a football power like Florida State. Who knows that if they were in the SEC and just pulled off the very same season they did, now, would they have? Who knows? But if they did, they would be in this playoff they were omitted from and all the cash that comes along with it. They don't like the way, not just that the ACC has this revenue gap that's getting bigger, but the way they distribute that revenue, their size and share of TV revenue, they think should be larger based on their ratings, their marketability, and now their success. So we shall see. We got a football fix, news and notes from the NFL when we return. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday. It's also a Get Smart Wednesday, so we will welcome in our trivia host. That's coming up now in about 45 minutes. Hoping you have gloves that actually keep your hands warm. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Florida outscores Michigan 106-101 as a 3.5-point favorite of the Jumpman Invitational at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. It's Florida State 91, North Florida 75 at the Tucker Center. That game was a push. The Seminoles are the 16-point favorite. Total closed at 152. The over cashed at 166. Orlando Magic laying 5 at home today with Miami 218 at Amway Center. The Boca Raton Bowl. It's South Florida, a 3-point dog against Syracuse at FAU Stadium. 56.5 the total. Get your free VSIN subscription right now at VSIN.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Jeff Norman.
And I'm Mike Jones.
And we are the owners of Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services. We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas this holiday season.
And to say thank you to our amazing employees for their hard work this year.
And most of all, we want to thank you, our wonderful customers. Without you, we would not become one of the fastest growing plumbing and septic companies in Florida.
Should you have a plumbing or septic emergency this holiday season, please give us a call.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. How? I've instructed my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. We have thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground and priced to sell. We guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. At Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're here to wow you.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 46th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Open 7 days a week in December.
Christmas is on the way. Time to pressure wash your house so it sparkles when the family comes over. First Coast Home Pros pressure washing services are gentle, yet incredibly effective. Let the pros wash all that mold and mildew away. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
Happy holidays. If you're stuck for ideas for cool holiday gifts, 1010XL's Holiday Gift Guide is here to help. Get great gift ideas from Small Cakes Jacks, Superior Fireworks, and Brackish Vodka at 1010XL.com.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8-SPARKY.
Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market's been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And check this out. I know you're not walking past 100 on the ground, so why are you walking past a chance to get this easy cash with MyBookie? MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere. So you can turn that sports knowledge into straight cash, homie. You can bet on the NFL every week, and you're going to absolutely love betting on bowl games. Or play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournament. If you've been waiting on the right time to get in on the action, the holidays are here, and that's the right time, my boy. Make your winning move today. Sign up at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL and claim your deposit match, redeemable up to $1,000. Again, that's promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus. Experience the thrill of sports betting right from the crib. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best products and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From roll and lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
New Year's Eve sale prices are happening now at Superior Fireworks in Orange Park. Locally owned superstore with something for everyone at any budget. Stop in today for early savings or online at SuperiorFireworks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We lost to a good team tonight. But we definitely still are hurting ourselves. So it's not like things are, being really snatched out of our hands. We're kind of letting these things go. And the clock is ticking for us to fix it. So no fear. Like I've been saying, the urgency, is as high as it's been the last 2 weeks before tonight. It's even higher right now.
That is Evan Ingram. He's done his part, hadn't he? Just like last year, a late season surge, Ingram has been money of late. This same can't be said for this Jaguars football team, right? I mean, each side has just had its share of the blame, right? We've just not put together a complete game in weeks. When's the last real true complete game we put together? the Titans game here at home. I mean, they're a little powder puff operation. The Bucs defense, nothing special. They're really just like the Jags. They're just in front of the Jaguars. The Jaguars give up 360 yards a game, 360.1. The Bucs give up 359.9. The Jaguars give up 256 through the air, Bucs 263. So it's a real even matchup when it comes to the defenses. On the offensive side of the ball, the Bucs have been kind of a pleasant surprise, but they're still they trail the Jaguars in those categories. Jaguars have a top 10 offense, at least when it comes to the yards. Now, when it comes to the production on the scoreboard, not quite, not so much. You fall, no, you're still right there, top 10-ish, 23 a game. The Bucs are at 21. It's just such a razor-thin margin in this league, right? We see it every week with the results. Fire at the band. We got a football fix. Give me some of the news and notes from around the National Football League. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers, Mandarin, now Orange Park. Home, life, business, auto, bundle. Check up from the NECO when it comes to your insurance needs. You will likely save money. Call Mandy and any member of her dream teams in both area locations. So I heard a nice little juicy rumor that would warm the cockles of my heart this Christmas season. It would warm them on two fronts. Probably wishful thinking by Falcons Nation, but the little whispers of maybe Kirby Smart to the Falcons. Oh, wait, what now? Arthur Blank weighing in on Arthur Smith's future, so that probably leads to that. As I said, first of all, Georgia paid more. I don't know, man. Sometimes that ego of the college coach pushes them to try that next level. I mean, it has just about all Spurrier, Saban, Urban, they've all gotten tempted into there. I mean, it's, I don't know. We'll see. The Falcons, though, just blowing it week after week after week. Arthur Blank, their owner, says he'll let the season play out before they decide on Arthur Smith's future. 9-7 of the worst team in football over the weekend. They blew a game, and the refs didn't help them against Tampa the week before. They'd be 8-6 and leading the division instead, 6-8. Falcons were 7-10 in 2021 and 2022. So not showing the kind of progress. They still close with, opportunity. They got the Colts, got the Bears, who are now officially better than Atlanta, and they will finish with the New Orleans Saints. All right, Aaron Rodgers has ended the nonsense and says he will not play again this year, but he doubled down on committing to playing the 2 years the Jets thought they would get out of him. Says he'll play 2024 and 2025. Looks like the Texans will not have C.J. Stroud at quarterback. Now, a little tougher matchup than the Titans. The Cleveland Browns come to town. We'll see if Joe Flacco can continue his magic carpet ride. Something weird going on in Indy where the Colts suspended a couple of starting players. Well, one special teamer, one starter. They've been suspended for 3 games using terms like conduct detrimental. So I don't know if it may be a fight between the two dudes or something somewhere, though. Not very copacetic for a football team that is positioned right now to be a playoff team. And then did you see this story about Tommy DeVito? Success goes to your head pretty quickly, and DeVito changed his mind and made good on an apparent agreement with a pizzeria, of course, up there in New Jersey. He was supposed to make an appearance on Tuesday, but then the restaurant announced it had to cancel the event because the quarterback doubled his appearance fee. Yeah, the price of pigskin went up. Caniglio's old-fashioned pizzeria in Morristown said on social media Sunday it wouldn't be able to host DeVito. Restaurant received word his agent, we know who that dude is, something sketchy going on with that cat, would be doubling the fee from $10,000 to $20,000. DeVito's reps raised the appearance after he led that comeback win over the Packers on Monday Night Football, but the story got traction, and DeVito made an unpaid appearance at the pizzeria Tuesday afternoon. So all is well. It's amazing. The shine goes off of you. Little different marketability coming off the road loss at New Orleans where he scored, count them with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Andy Bowers. Hick and Arrival and more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Betros Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
No static, ever. Download the free 1010XL app for Apple and Android devices and take us with you wherever you go. 1010XL.
Hey, stop paying for exterior paint that does not protect your home or business. Hit it here for my friends at Rhino Shield and get that free estimate today at rhinoshieldjacks.com. Listen, Rhino Shield's coatings never chip, crack, or peel. They back it up. 25-year warranty. No mold, no mildew, no algae. No water intrusion damage from the weather that we get down here, right? Fight salt corrosion, Class A fire rating. All this happens while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting. 0% financing right now. New low pricing. Never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Get that free estimate today at rhinoshieldjacks.com. That's rhinoshieldjacks.com.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I had one of those aha moments last week. During my Awaken 180 weekly weigh-in, I only lost 2.5 pounds. My coach, Krista, reviewed my week and pointed out that I had skipped a few meals. Turns out, skipping meals was actually slowing down my weight loss, not speeding it up. Who would have thought? And get this, she also advised eating more fats. Yep, the good stuff like butter and oil to get me back to losing 4 to 5 pounds per week. Now here I am, closing in on 30 pounds lost with Awaken 180 weight loss. It's these kinds of insights you just don't get when you're flying solo. That's the beauty of Awaken 180. The coaches aren't just cheerleaders. They're like your personal weight loss strategists, making sure you stay the course and reach your goals. It's not just about shedding pounds. It's about learning the how so you can keep it off for life. Get your consultation on the calendar this month and get ready to start the new year with a proven plan. Reserve it online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Bolt City Heating and Air is truly a family-owned and operated local company and treats all customers like family. Don't be fooled by the out-of-towner equity firms and national corporations that use local names. There's one name you can trust when it comes to your home's heating and cooling system. Bolt City Heating and Air. Jacksonville grown and entirely loyal to this community. Schedule your winter maintenance by visiting BoltCityAC.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for durable, longer-lasting siding? LP SmartSide Trim and Siding is made from engineered wood that features durability and strength, thanks to a process called SmartGuard. This process treats every SmartSide product to the core, with waxes, resins, and zinc borate, and adds an overlay to the product, which helps LP SmartSide Trim and Siding withstand moisture, hail, humidity, and helps provide resistance against termites and fungal decay. Visit your local 84 Lumber to learn more.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daly's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daly's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
Bob Arablo here, president of your Jacksonville Icemen. Thanks to the doctors and staff at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, our team is well taken care of. We're proud to be associated with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is ready to help you too. We'd like to thank the coaches and schools who trust in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Leave pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. FSU head coach Mike Norvell at his press conference for the Orange Bowl on Tuesday talked prep for the game against Georgia.
Introducing more of Georgia and kind of getting into game plan for what's ahead. Still comes down to overall our execution, our communication.
There was major news out of Tallahassee. FSU's defensive standout Jared Verse has declared for the NFL draft and is opting out of the Orange Bowl on December 30th. He is viewed as a high-end first-round pick. Andrew Jackson football hired former state champion Bobby Ramsey. Ramsey is well known in the Gateway Conference, having coached Mandarin previously. FSU's men's basketball got the easy victory over UNF's Osprey men's basketball team when they faced off in Tallahassee. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:01 and it's 47 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Cold enough to chill my bones. It feels like I don't know you.
You know it! Yes, sir! Hey!
Yeah!
I had a question for you.
Talk to me, big fella.
What day is it?
It's cold in the it's wet. It's hump day.
Oh, yes, sir. Let me tell you the sounds I need to be hearing today.
Uh-huh.
You want to know the sounds I need to hear?
Uh-huh.
What was that?
You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
What just happened?
That's me firing up the fax machine in Gainesville.
Open like heck.
I need some NLIs to be coming in. And I need them now. It's signing day, baby.
The only good day of the year for Billy Napier, and it's gotten a little bit worse in the last month.
I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll give the guy, I'll tell you this. There ain't nobody on his side. It's just like him against the world right now.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, all y'all, not you, all y'all just every negative they take and they just, but listen, again, I'll lock onto this. DJ Lagway comes to Gainesville, and he's as good as advertised, the National High School Player of the Year. They've been on him for years. Turned down kids that, that alone can energize a program. That would be a tremendous get for him, and then others to follow. We shall see. There are so many rumors out there right now. I don't know. I think Florida will lose a couple of their guys. We talked about the X guy, and he's going to Texas, and but there are other rumors. There's like this Jordan Seaton, his offensive lineman who was going to go to Colorado. He scrubbed Colorado from his site. Rumors is taking the bag to go to Ohio State, and then maybe that bag money for the receiver from Hollywood Chaminade may end up in Tallahassee or Gainesville. There could be a huge flip today. It's no telling.
It's too hard to keep up.
It is too
I just
hard.
wake up in the morning and
like
see
I
who
read
went where.
I read ESPN's day of article this morning.
I looked. I haven't read it yet.
And
not worth it.
Well, no, because it's old. There's so much old stuff in there.
Florida has a defensive and McCarthy.
We've moved past it. We don't know. There's a lot of we don't know. So the news will come in, and we'll have it for you all day long here whenever we see somebody's. E, can you look up, please? Give me a fax machine whirl on. Just find me the audio and play it for me because I don't know what it sounds like.
It almost sounds you're more like logging on to AOL, like a phone modem.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, one of those deals. Yeah. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, at 7:15, we're gonna.
Here we go. That's it.
Do our nails on the chalkboard.
Thank you. E. I need this sound. Yes. Yeah. Billy, it's cranking again. Billy, go check that.
What do we got?
It's a 2-star punter. Dang it! Where's the McCray kid? It is utterly ridiculous that 60-year-old men, 50-year-old men, 40-year-old women
hang on every
and some
stroke of the
18-year-old
pen.
Dadgum kid.
Well, I mean, you look like
you want to be. You want to go to my school? Congratulations. If you want to go to another school, go ahead. Do your best. Recruit the heck out of it. But it's a hard. Listen, man. When you're in the abyss, it's hard to climb out. And for him to get good football players, I applaud the guy. He's going to get a quality group now. He's lost a few guys, and I think his thing is he's not willing to compromise and go just filler.
Yeah.
Just to have filler to move back up. I don't think that's his deal. Yeah. But we'll see again.
Okay.
And by the way,
definitely need some help.
Kudos to if it comes through for Florida State and they break into the top 5. Kudos to them. That's a big
rise. That happens when that's the winning.
Yeah. That would be a big accomplishment for them. Alabama, Georgia, the usuals will be up there.
Notre Dame, all of them.
Although, it's but yet I went back and looked the other day.
They say On 3 is the one that you should probably most. Combines everything.
Yeah, I went back.
I say they say. The text line has told me.
Yeah.
I don't.
I went back and looked at like the 2021 Ohio State class, and you know how many natties they won with like 10 5-stars?
No,
none.
Well,
now they're dadgum good, but
a perfect example is that Texas A&M class that got rated again yesterday. They've lost 2 more. They've lost like 12 of the 24 now or something of that class. One went to. Bama, and then another one is also leaving. So, and by the way, continuing along those lines, the Gators had a guy go into the portal and transfer here recently who was like one of their top 2 or 3 recruits. Kamari Wilson, a 5-star?
A couple years ago,
right?
Yeah.
He never did anything in Gainesville.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. So that starts up here early this morning. We'll get them out to you. The boys will have it all day here. Here we go. Come on.
Waiting on this from Lakeland this morning.
Here we go.
Lakeland.
Tampa Plant coming in. Billy! It's moving again, Billy! Billy! It's whirling. Where is it? Gathered around.
I will say something.
I'm assuming that's not how they do it anymore, by the way.
No, I think you probably
I think we just sign it on a computer and email it.
Yeah.
But I like the old way.
Dan, to your point.
You like that?
I like that.
Huh? You're a young guy. You like that?
I like that.
That's the way it used to be done.
Old school joint.
They go out there.
Dan's moving around the studio, banging on the fax machine. He says he sent it. He said it.
Cheryl, you make sure this thing's working. It's unplugged, my God.
Coach Hill, where's your guy? He said he sent it. To your point about not just loading up just to load up, the losses that Florida has suffered, he didn't just go right out and fill it with a body. Because if you look right now, by the way, FSU has surged all the way to number 4 with two 5-stars now in the fold. Miami is number 6 with a 5-star, and Florida is number 8. But Florida has 19 commits.
Yeah.
Oregon 23, Miami 26, Texas 22, FSU 23, Ohio State 21, Alabama 22, and Georgia 27.
Right.
If he just added 4 3-stars just to add them, they would move up into the top 5.
Correct.
So,
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
because
I am too, because you don't play that deep anyway. And he's got 2 5-stars and 10 4-stars.
And it tells me, too, that he still plans on working the portal a great deal. And obviously after the bowl games, we'll see.
They've done they've added 3 or 4 through there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're doing. We'll see. We'll
But
see
listen,
again.
good posturing for.
That's all we got, man. We got to have hope.
Well, Georgia is 1, so obviously they're in good shape. FSU is 4. Miami is 6 and Florida's 8. So,
Yeah.
I mean, of our rooting interest here, you got, all 4 in the top 8. Notre Dame down to 11. LSU. Here's another thing, too. It's important where you are in the conference, especially now the conference is leaving divisions.
Yeah.
And in the conference, Florida would be, what, 4th? You have Georgia, Alabama, Texas now.
Yeah.
And Florida.
I do know that I love this. I tell you, my favorite signing in this class, and this is just, again, being a Gator. Give me Ernie's kid all day long. That kid is Gator through and through. I love that kid.
Miles Graham.
Yeah, I hope he's a star for him. If you're looking for any kind of hope, and again, we search. We're in the abyss. We're looking for hope. Miles Graham is our Brandon Spikes, and DJ Lagway is our Tim Tebow, and away we go. I mean, that's what you gotta try to hang your hat on and have and know that. But your coach has got to win some football games.
The history of Florida has gotten the number 1 quarterback in the country, but just a couple of times. Brock Berlin was the number 1 quarterback in the country. He was okay. He'd be probably, in a different situation with a different coach and just being given the ball for 3 or 4 years. He probably would have been a really good college. Or
He was
good
okay.
college.
He was.
And then Chris Leak was number 1 and very underrated.
Great
player in
yeah.
Gator history.
Great player.
He was the senior quarterback on that team that
Yeah.
won the national title. And
They wouldn't have won it without him.
They would not have won it without him. And
I love
so
the way he threw that ball.
Yeah,
Man.
he had a beautiful spiral.
So, you hope Lagway trends more toward Leak than Berlin, obviously. But I
think Lagway's a little more athletic than
Leak.
But yeah, and there's been others though. There's been good ones and bad ones.
Sure, yeah. They've had but
Bobby Sablehouse was a highly rated one. Disaster.
Tebow was maybe not the number 1 quarterback,
No,
but he was a
up
top
there.
prospect.
Yeah, he was a dual threat guy. too, and he was.
So, but to your point, and I've thought about this. I've thought about bringing this up a number of times, and we've just had something more relevant than generic recruiting conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about that before. If you get the number 1 quarterback and he's him, you can turn it around real quick.
Real quick.
And by the way, this is all with Graham Mertz having had a really good year. I was thinking about this, Hick. We'll go Gator-centric on you. Tell me better quarterback seasons. How many is Graham Mertz in 1 year top 10 Florida quarterback?
Top 10 of all time?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be.
You got
It might be like 10th.
Yeah. I mean, you got Spurrier, Werfel, Tebow, obviously.
Rex Grossman.
I know you do, but again, I'm getting a 10. I didn't say 5.
Yeah.
Okay, Rex Grossman, tell me another one.
He probably is 10.
I mean,
I
he's
can name a lot more. I mean,
than him.
Trask.
Yeah.
Trask, yeah.
Chris Leak.
Chris Leak.
I mean,
Kerwin Bell.
Wayne Peace.
No.
Yes. The Snake, Bobby Huco.
Yeah,
AR.
You like those guys.
AR
didn't have a better year than Mertz.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Didn't
say
have a
AR.
better
I'm
year.
just saying,
I'm talking
man.
about his year.
Just that 1 year?
Yeah, like
okay.
Gators.
That's your.
But I'm also want to factor in. But that's kind of unfair because Spurrier's year
John
didn't
Reeds.
matter. Yeah, Spurrier's year didn't matter who the quarterback was. He put up Mertz numbers. So
Yeah.
Shane Matthews.
Yeah.
There's. I'm saying this guy's doing Billy Napier. No, this ain't the fun
Terry
and gun.
Dean had a year.
These are all Spurrier. By the way, take away Spurrier and what do you got?
Dougie Johnson.
No, I'd take Mertz over Dougie.
Wow.
I would. I mean, his numbers by numbers for sure. It's not all about numbers. I wonder what Florida. I mean, they were 5-7, but they didn't have him last. What would Florida have been without Graham Mertz?
Oh my goodness!
If they'd have been Luke Del Rio or one of these other guys we've had the last 10 years, what have they been? 3-9, maybe.
It's the you can
Trae
point to when Tim Tebow left and Urban made the mistake of throwing Cam off the team.
Yeah.
And God bless Johnny Brantley,
No,
but he
it
was a
wasn't
square peg, round hole.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a good fit. And then this is who rolled on in. Brantley, Brissett, Driscoll, Murphy, Morningweg, Treon Greer, Del Rio, Appleby, Frank, Zaire.
Yeah.
And we had Trask for a minute.
He's better than all those guys in Trask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Driscoll close. Driscoll was like Mertz.
Yeah.
Well, similar.
And a great game.
More of a runner, although Mertz showed that a little bit, but way too much time has been spent on Graham Mertz. So anyway,
Yes. But anyway,
random
the
thought.
point being getting a quarterback like that can
Yeah.
jumpstart your program. That's what they got.
And Mertz is staying, by the way. So I don't know what the plan is for Lagway.
I'm sure Mert starts the year out and they work Lagway in and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a true freshman. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if Mertz can win football games to have Lagway, But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. A lot going on. We'll give you the updates as they come. I think Lagway's supposed to sign this afternoon. So the rumors will continue to flow around here until he stops and signs.
But out of the starting gates, it's your typical – again, I'm looking at On3, which combines a bunch of the different ones. But I got Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, FSU, Texas. That's the top 5. Then it's Miami, Oregon, Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn.
Yeah, which would be fine. Now, again, there's there's kids out there. One's iffy. I think he's going to Auburn. Maris Williams. I don't know all the names. It's impossible to follow.
Yeah.
All right, so Jags, a huge game as they get this weekend. I mean, and I don't feel great about it. I mean, we'll find out more about first off, we got to find out about Trevor.
That's fair.
So let's start.
It's a different ball game.
We'll hear from we'll hear what the status is with Trevor because C.J. Stroud is out 2 weeks now with a concussion.
Will operate today as if he's playing, just out of hope and optimism. But we'll see exactly what they say.
Yes,
I think you can beat. I think you can beat the Bucs with C.J. Beathard. Everybody better step up. I mean, obviously you have a better chance.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because I'm among the chosen that watched the Atlanta Falcons go into Tampa and beat them with Desmond Ridder. We're not talking about facing the dadgum Niners here, gang. It is the Bucs.
That's fair.
They've been a very volatile team, up and down. They've had bad losses. They've had nice wins. They're playing probably their best football.
Are they on a winning
They've won a couple in a row.
That's good. It's the NFL. You lose 3 in a row, you play better. You
I think
win
they've
a couple,
actually won.
you lose.
Actually, they won 3 in a row. They were 4-7. They've won 3 straight.
Have they? Okay, they're due. They're not that good.
Well, they had a 3-point win over Carolina, a 4-point win at Atlanta in a game they should have lost. But their best game was last week at Green Bay.
I kind of want to hang this one on Peterson a little bit. Like, hey,
come
man,
up with
I need you to push some buttons.
Yeah.
I need to come up with something. I need you to have a.
That's fair.
I need you to outcoach that group.
That's fair.
Win this game.
Yeah.
We need you.
Yeah.
We need you now more than ever. So.
To the point now, though, where we had such we felt so comfortable where we were that suddenly we have to scoreboard watch and injury report watch. Suddenly it matters if we can get some of these guys back.
On the flip side, if you want to stay positive, you lost 3 in a row and you're still in control. So
right, and here though,
which is kind of amazing.
Here's the DEFCON reality too.
Yeah.
It's this: lose this. This is and to your point in starting this conversation. Mm-hmm. This is a huge game this weekend, and it's huge because of the negative reinforcement. If you lose the game this weekend, you likely, for the first time all year, have given up control of the division.
Yeah.
I mean, you have led the division all year long since an opening win at Indianapolis, and regardless of what you can count on either the Colts or Texans doing in their final 2, you will have given up your edge. And they cannot afford to do that, and it's very on point with Peterson. Okay, this is where we need a Super Bowl coach to go down there and beat a football team that is just okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, we got trivia coming up.
We do.
It's National Signing Day. We'll have them for you as we go. Is that fax machine rolling yet? Is it on? Can I get that thing cooking? I need that thing cooking in Gainesville, buddy. I need some stuff. I need some music. I need some. Oh, here we go. Coach, who we got? Coach! This is coming from down under. It must be a punter. Oh, my goodness. This is the drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Yeah, 8-6, 8-6, and 8-6, man. That's what we got cooking in the AFC South. And for the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's time to win again. I had a bad feeling about this 3-game stretch. It didn't work out, especially after you blew the Cincinnati game. You fumbled around up there in Cleveland, and then you got hammered by Baltimore. And now you got to flip the switch, and you better figure out how to do it. Losing, it just permeates through you when it happens, and it's hard to get out of that, but they better get out of it this Sunday. And if they do, they'll be fine. And quite frankly, they could lose on Sunday and still win the division. But they're going to get a little help again. Houston will be without C.J. Stroud for the second week in a row. Houston made a smart move and going with Case Keenum over Davis Mills. He was good enough to win. Will he be good enough to beat the Browns? We'll see.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Hey, one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family, of course you do. That's what I'm telling you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, but Matt is. Have you done your last will? Listen, you better get it on your to-do list in 2024 because you want to take care. You want to make the decisions of where your money goes, and you want to take care of the people that you choose. It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen and help you with some tough decisions. He provides you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, Matt has the answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This is Phil and Megan Vasali, owners of Players Grill. We'd like to wish the Jacksonville community a happy and safe holiday season.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours, and we hope to see you soon at Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
The holidays are around the corner, and the last thing you want is a septic emergency. Call Duck Rooter and schedule your septic tank pump out or full system inspection. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769.
I'm the Hammer Hayes Carline, and I've been known to drop an opinion like a hammer. Weekdays on The Frangie Show on 1010XL, brought to you by Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters, the golden standard in roofing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Make a difference in our community for 2024. Brian King here, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. Each Boys and Girls Club offers a safe environment to kids in need each and every day with homework assistance, career readiness, and a hot meal. Consider brightening the life of a child by sponsoring a pizza party at one of our area clubs. As you do your giving, help us brighten the life of a child. Go to bgcnf.org to learn more.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. The next time you're feeling lucky, head over to Best Bet in St. Augustine, ask for a pour of Brackish in your favorite cocktail, and go play.
Come on, admit it. Almost everyone you know seems to be playing pickleball now, right? So whether you just want to learn how to play or you're ready to show off your elite pickleball skills, the Y is the place for you. Visit our brand new McGuire Family Pickleball Center at the Brown Family YMCA in Ponte Vedra Beach. 5 top quality outdoor courts and 3 amazing indoor courts where you can learn about dinks, dill ball, falafel, the kitchen, and more pickleball slang at the Y.
The shoulder is one of the body's largest joints, prone to a variety of injuries and conditions that cause pain. Dr. George Bari here, and at Bari Orthopedics, we know an active lifestyle can lead to serious joint pain. We can help with an accurate diagnosis and treatment for a full spectrum of shoulder injuries, from arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, or rotator cuff and labral tearing. Bari Orthopedics can help. If you or a loved one suffers from shoulder pain, don't hesitate to call or log on to bariorthopedics.com.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8-SPARKY. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Get Smart John. Brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville. Your best shot for trailer hitches.
Oh, you know him, you love him. TriviaNation.com's own. He's bald, he's beautiful, and he smells like Savage.
He's on the All Pro Roofing Hollow.
He's Get Smart John. Johnny!
Merry Christmas, Guggen.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Johnny.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping for some new cologne for Christmas. So, by the way, I was remiss and forgot a shout out last week.
Oh no!
So, shout out to Abby, Carol, and her father David. So I ran into them at a grocery store.
Shout out Abby.
And
shout out
David.
David.
Give you guys a shout. Yes. Long time fans of the show.
Wonderful.
So, needless to say, we are going to have not as many as I thought, but we will have some Christmas questions, obviously.
Wonderful. Ready to roll.
Yeah.
Boom! Yes!
Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay. The Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Which zodiac sign falls on Christmas Day?
Ooh. Who's got a birthday at Christmas?
Yeah,
Call Drew.
Sagittarius.
Is it? E, are you confident? Because I don't.
I know it's the 21st.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know how far out.
Yeah, is that,
do
they go by month?
Yeah,
the 21st is Sagittarius?
No, they don't go by month, but they're 21st is a good.
Yeah,
if you're getting me to the 21st, we got to ride that one home.
Okay.
I mean, do you know it?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
Capricorn was in my head. I don't know why. Maybe because I like candy corn.
That's sometime in January. I think.
Capricorn is.
Oh boy.
I think so.
See?
Oh boy.
I don't know why Capricorn came into my head.
Oh boy.
How long is
he's right.
Right, John, we rarely do this but we're going to choose between one of the two. Is it one of those two?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm going with E.
Yeah, because they bleed into other months.
I know.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Dan and I are a perfect example.
I don't look
Dan's
at.
a
I don't
Taurus
look
and
at.
I'm a
I don't
Gemini.
look at the horoscope. I just through these trivia we pick stuff. I know what mine is and what my wife's is, and by proxy, So, I guess go with E then. I mean, if he knows the 20, you say the 21st is
Capricorn.
Which
without
one?
a doubt, the 21st is Sagittarius.
Okay.
Let's go with that one.
Capricorn.
I'm going to go with E. Maman or
We're
Kerchief.
so close.
Okay.
When did it shift?
Maman or Kerchief, and I am my Capricorn.
When does that shift?
I knew it was Capricorn. I'm undefeated.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun playing.
Oh, look
Right,
at
because
this.
Dan, yours is the 12th of May, right?
Yes.
And you're a Taurus, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a Gemini, and I'm 26. So, yeah, that's
Capricorn, December 22nd.
Oh, man.
Ooh, oh, my God.
I don't know why
Right on
Capricorn
the
was
cusp.
rattling around up there. But
All right.
Oh,
I don't know.
no.
What
All right, John. Have a
Well,
great
the
week.
pressure's off.
Merry
Well,
Christmas.
the pressure's off now, right?
Yeah, pressure's off. We just gave up a
Okay.
home run. Lead
That's
off
right.
home
You know
run.
what? Okay, no, you can go for a run now, okay? Not unprecedented. You guys have done this many times. Okay. Packaged food.
Okay.
Which boxed food mix has a tagline of the San Francisco treat?
Saute and simmer. A flavor can't be beat.
It's just rice-a-roni.
Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Woo!
He goes deep. He goes second
You
level.
remember
with
those
the
commercials and
chorus.
the cable car?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice-a-roni's good.
Yeah.
I like rice-a-roni.
It is good.
Saute and simmer.
It is.
The flavor can't be beat.
I would just throw a pork chop on there, and we're right back in 1976.
Yeah.
Brian Taylor,
Stovetop stuffing is
Gator.
good too.
I don't know who that is.
Juco.
Nice. Got us a JUCO.
He's in.
Okay. Music.
Menlo!
They
Very
scream that at the
strong.
show.
Very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have literally
Yeah,
for years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In the Chipmunk song, Christmas Don't Be Late,
Mm-hmm.
what does Alvin want for Christmas?
I don't know who Alvin is.
He's a chipmunk.
Well, I know that, but there's other chipmunks.
Alvin is a chipmunk?
Is
Yeah.
Alvin the only one that sings? I mean, do we have to now differentiate between all of their Christmas wishes, or is there just one stated in the song and we can attribute it to Alvin? You feel me?
I feel you.
Because if I got to go through 3 or 4 chipmunks and come up with what he wants for Christmas,
It's a wrap.
You know, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. That's the only one of Christmas song that I know. I want a white Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Does he want a white Christmas?
Christmas.
I'm
Time is near.
I don't have any idea, bro.
I'm the hula hoop, loop-de-loop. Hula hoop?
It sounds like you said it. What was your...
He said
I
hula
guess you're
hoop.
still singing through it, but-
Hula hoop, he's saying.
Hula hoop. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice. That's what. See, this is
Kinda
what
like when
happens
we're-
when you put it on the radio and you leave it on the Christmas music. You know,
I
but
love
when
the Christmas
They start
music.
playing it like October 15th. By mid-November, I can't.
I
Take it
go
on.
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I got a
I
few
love
more
Christmas
days.
music for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, it depends on the song. Boy, you've heard them all a million times, though.
Yeah.
Of course, that's like the regular radio.
They play Mariah's a lot, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I
Oh,
love
my
it, but they
God.
play.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like that Christmas Wish one, a grown-up Christmas Wish. I never hear that one. That's one of my faves. Anyway.
I'm with you. Okay. Good job. I thought you might
You
miss that.
remember when?
Japanese.
Turning. I really think so.
I'm not saying a word. Also the title of a 1957 Marlon Brando film. What is the formal Japanese word for goodbye, so long, or farewell?
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Yeah.
Yes.
So long. Farewell.
Arvita saying goodbye.
Adieu.
Bye.
Adieu. Adieu. Aloo. Aloo.
What movie was that featured?
That's Sound of Music.
Very good. Very good.
We get bonus points.
Nursery rhymes.
Nursery rhymes. Oh, even better.
Hickory dickory dock.
I once knew a guy from Nantucket.
Whoa.
Mary, quite contrary.
Before we continue, do I have hat headed on?
Yes.
Is this okay?
That's very hat-headed.
Does it look all right?
That's not good.
What do you think?
I'll wet that thing down.
E, you can't get this out of your hair, my brother.
No,
Yeah, take a good look at this, buddy, huh? Look at it. Huh? He loves it. He loves
Oh,
it.
that's great.
Little Jack Horner
Sat in the corner.
put his thumb in a Christmas pie and pulled out which fruit?
Pulled out a plum.
You're damn right he did.
Yes.
And said, you know what he said? What a good boy am I. That's what he said.
Don't you mess with little Jack.
Jack Horner,
Tough
little
guy.
Bob Horner played the hot corner.
Fat Bob Horner.
And he
Had little Jack.
and he hit a lot of long
literature.
flies.
Ancient literature.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
By the way, because Jeff knows what a social is, of course.
Social?
Okay, this one actually was a social. It was
Really?
a social last night. I was kind
Wow.
of surprised. Yeah.
Oh, well, that means
Yeah.
we're really dumb if we don't get it, boys. I mean, have you seen these
Well, I'm
Motley
not saying
Crues
that.
at
I'm
these
just saying
places?
that-
Huh?
Not the Motley Cruz.
Huh?
Oh,
Seen
my.
these jokers rolling in every Wednesday night? Every
You know, a
single
lot
one
of
of
them
them got it.
listen.
They
Love
know
them
I
all.
love
We
them.
love
They
them
know I
all.
love them. Hey,
Love
listen,
'em.
they talk bad about us. They miss that. They cheat.
Yeah.
You've told us the stories.
Y'all
You
should see
peel
what
back
they
the
say in the
curtain.
text
okay?
line. Yeah.
You know, we gotta have it both ways here.
Well, they hate because they couldn't beat you. That's why.
Well,
yeah.
again, we warned you. I don't know what
But
else.
it's respect is what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
The epic poems Iliad and Odyssey are attributed to which Greek author?
Homer.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Correct. Of course, those that were close to him back in the day called him Holmes.
Holmes.
Quick reset. Everyone says, hey, anyway. So my dad's name is Homer, right? Homer Prosser.
Yeah. Well,
I was
obviously
about,
the
I don't know, I was about 12.
It
My
was the
brother,
piece of mail, right?
yeah, I was about 12. My brother was about 8, and he got a piece of mail from like Sears or whatever, and they typoed the R for an S, Holmes. And it was right at the time where, what up, Holmes, was coming around. So forever he's been Holmes. That's how it started, because they put an S instead of an R. Holmes. There's people that, and the funny thing too is, we call him Holmes all the time. Poor Googans will meet him out. Oh, this must be Holmes. They think my
What
dad's
they
name
do,
is Holmes.
Holmes?
Put a feathered hat on him, a fedora with a big long feather on it. Come on, Holmes.
Right. Well, just like when Dan, you're out too. I'm sure you get, if you're with your wife, you get BW. Oh, you're BWR.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sports. The Winter Olympic event called the biathlon comprises which two events?
Shooting, cross country skiing, and
shooting.
Shooting, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Good job.
That was kind of easy.
Holidays.
Holiday.
Madonna's here, ladies and gentlemen.
In the United Kingdom, what is the name of the holiday traditionally celebrated on the day after Christmas?
I know that.
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. Is it?
It's something day. It's we know that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you know this.
Yeah, you do. It's
It's not All Saints Day, right?
No. It's like a two-syllable, like a something day. It's holiday.
Wednesday?
No.
Yeah, you
Stop.
absolutely know this.
It's
you're very familiar with it. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean no help here. Well, very familiar with it, huh?
Yeah, I know it.
Have we used the term ourselves ever?
We've talked about it or learned about it or somewhere about it. Because I've always thought, wouldn't it be cool to be like go to London around Christmas time? It's kind of a cool thing.
The
And
next day's
Dickens
another holiday.
Yeah, and it's a big.
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah.
What's
I
it
think
start?
they do it in Canada too.
What's it start with? I'll take
B.
the L. Huh?
B like boy.
Boxing Day.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
No? Oh.
No? Oh, yeah. No, I thought you were going to get it, Dan, because you knew.
Yeah, I couldn't get it.
That's
I couldn't
too
get
bad.
it.
Yeah.
It was in there, but I couldn't
By
get
the
it.
way, happy belated birthday to our friend Detective Barker, and I mispronounced his name on purpose. That's a thing with us, just so you know. Okay, we do that all the time. Okay. All right. Let's do your audio clip.
Let's do it, baby.
1, 2.
Oh, I got it.
Wait a minute. Wait for it.
All right.
3. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, filthy animal.
Yeah.
That's Home Alone.
It is Home Alone.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Home Alone is probably my daughter has very good taste. Her two favorite Christmas movies, I bet, are Home Alone and Elf.
Home Alone is a good.
So
movie.
it's a good one when
Yeah,
she
up there.
whenever she reminisces, and now she's late 20s young lady, but whenever she reminisces and watches one of those movies, I don't mind settling in for those two. I like those two.
I like Home Alone.
Yes. Okay, and we have a piggyback question off that
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
So in Home Alone,
Kevin!
When of course Kevin was left behind, where was their ultimate destination?
It's definitely Europe. Is that a good enough?
No,
it
Paris.
wasn't Europe.
Oh, okay, it
Yeah,
was.
Paris.
Yeah, the
Paris,
other because
yeah.
Home Alone 2 was New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris.
Correct.
Everybody wants to know,
Very
by
good.
the way, this year's Home Alone question is, what did the old man do that he had that much money?
Take
Oh,
all
the
the
father's
people.
dad? Yeah. Big house, too. I think that guy recently passed away.
Yeah.
He was like a character actor. But the dad recently passed.
You know, we got everyone coming over. We're doing our little, because the couple of kids are going out of town. In fact, the daughter and her are going out of the country, or like later in the week. So we're doing our thing Thursday
Yeah,
night.
my daughter comes in tomorrow.
I may watch Home
it's all
Alone
about
Thursday.
family.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, my favorite still, and always will be, is It's a Wonderful Life.
That's great, too.
So,
Great
movie.
I think
in
Elf
fact-
is surpassed.
yeah,
I think
in fact-
Elf is my favorite. I think if I had to name my favorite Christmas movie, it would now be Elf.
I'm diehard.
Friday after next.
Friday After Next. Again, you guys are giving me Die Hard and Friday After Next. I mean, those aren't Christmas movies.
Friday after next is
100%.
Well, it could be said
Full of shit.
Lethal Weapon could actually be in that, too, you know?
Man.
Technically, but it doesn't get a lot of pub.
What's wrong with y'all?
Okay.
Favorite
Okay.
Christmas movies, and my guys are giving me Friday After Next. And,
No, Friday after next is a Christmas
and
movie.
Die Hard.
Oh, my God.
Well, no. Islands.
I don't know if
A
they're smoking
territory-
weed if it's a Christmas movie. I'm just not sure. I have to go to my Christmas perfunctory. I got to find out if smoking weed appears in any real Christmas movie. It's just a thought.
Well, don't forget the Christmas classic, Merry Friggin' Christmas, right? So, a territory of Australia, Christmas Island is located in which ocean?
I'm assuming that's the. Gosh, is that the? It's the Indian or the Pacific?
Indian?
I was going to say.
It's the Indian or the Pacific? I mean, I think they're trying to get us to say Indian, and I think it might be Pacific. You're the Coast Guard in there. I mean,
Man, I was in the Caribbean. Come on, man.
Depends on what side.
It's Indian,
You
right?
think it's Indian? Yeah. Is this,
But
this is technically a blue question?
Yeah,
or
this
no?
is you. I'll let you make the call on that one.
I mean, I think
It
that,
probably is technically a blue.
all right, I need to know. I will get the answer based on this question, Dan. You ready? What round was this question asked?
Second.
Second round?
Yes. Early second round.
Early second round. I mean, it's like, is this the layup, or is it like you're trying to fool you into thinking you're smart and saying Indian, right? That's what
Yep.
it is. Yeah, watch, I'm assuming this. I'm going to go Pacific.
Indian.
Damn it. He, you know what? In
We're
fairness, he whether or notted me. He did. He mind freaked
you. Yeah.
He mind freaked me.
You asked, well,
Yeah.
well,
I just
if
I
you
don't.
had not asked what round, would you have gone with Indian, you think?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, how you mind freak the freakiest one, man?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know. It wasn't intentional, I promise you.
Well played, Fred.
Reindeer.
Well played.
Reindeer.
Like
Rudolph.
Christmas Island, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, Christmas Island. Okay. Yes. Okay. In any order, which two of Santa's reindeer are named after the German words for thunder and lightning?
You got Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Yeah.
Blitzen.
Listen, definitely.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Blitzen is one, correct.
Probably Donner, right? I mean, although our Comet.
What is it? Thunder and lightning?
Yes.
And there are more than two that.
Can you say
No,
the question again?
You already said one, and sure. In any order, which two of Santa's reindeer are named after the German words for thunder and lightning?
You got to put Donner and
you've already
Blitzen.
got
You'd have to
Blitzen.
put them together,
Yeah,
right?
Donner
and
and
Blitzen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you recall the most
yes.
famous reindeer of all?
Mason Rudolph.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Speaking of that, good. You just gave me another question. I'm just doing it on the fly now. So,
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of Rudolph, a red-nosed reindeer, what was Rudolph's girlfriend's name?
I didn't see it in the last couple of years.
Yeah, that was.
It's like
Claire. Yeah. Clara.
Yeah, say it. Come on.
Clarabelle or Clara? Clarabelle
Claire?
sounds like a clown, but is it
Just Claire?
It's Clarabelle. Claire? Is it just Claire?
Claire.
I think it's
Clarice.
You know what? It's the holiday, so two syllables.
Clarice?
Yes, Clarice.
Clarice.
I was gonna. You got it. I was gonna say two syllables. Clarice. Look at you guys. All right.
I'm working my head. My head hurts right now. I got time for a couple more.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Sports. With a vertical leap, adding an astonishing 42 inches to his reach, what 5'6" NBA player won the NBA's slam dunk contest in 1986?
E, do you know that?
Oh, that's Spud.
Yeah, that's it.
Spud Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could trick you up,
Credit,
though. You don't want to
real
go.
name?
You know.
Nice.
You don't want to go with Muggsy, though.
5'4".
What's Spud Webb's real name, Jeff?
It's Anthony, isn't it?
Yes.
Try
All
my
right.
dog.
There you go.
He was a Hawk, so
Doing
it's a
the
little bit of a
deep
cheat.
dive.
Yeah. All right, last one, Johnny.
Oh. Okay. Oh, how appropriate.
Yeah,
College degrees.
Okay.
Okay. What do the letters stand for in the college degree MFA?
Masters. College degrees?
Yes.
Arts. It's an arts semester.
M is in Mary, F is in Frank, A is in Apple.
F?
Administration.
FM. What'd you say?
MFA.
Say MFA.
MFA.
Master in Fine Arts.
Correct.
Yeah. By the way, Hick, come here.
All
Look.
right.
Look real quick. Hold on, John,
correct.
before you go. Okay, just because of my blue question prowess, I don't want to be looked at as dumb, but you see what we're dealing with here. This is Australia. And like I said, you got the Indian Ocean on one side of Australia, and you got the Pacific Ocean on the other side. Where exactly?
Like round 4.
And to be honest with you, Christmas Island kind of is in the it's
A little tricky, Johnny. Yeah. A little tricky.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not.
in my defense, I don't write them.
No, I hear you. No, it's fine. I'm not
Hey, Johnny.
officially contesting. But
Hey, Johnny. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Clown question, bro.
Get him out of
Merry
here.
Christmas, you filthy animal.
All right,
See you, boys.
There he
Bye-bye.
goes. Get smart, John. He's a legend. This is The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's a team game, but there's always one contribution they couldn't do without.
All the way! Touchdown!
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game.
And this is when he's at his best in the open field.
On 1010XL.
Hey, like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, Craig and Christine Kaprowski, they do the same. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of our insurance needs. They're going to get us protection in a fast, friendly, affordable way. But if you need homeowners or auto or flood insurance, you got a boat, small business, Craig and Christine, you need to talk to them. They're part of the Goosehead Insurance family, and they will work with you. Customer service means something to Craig and Christine. I know this because I'm a customer too. When I have an issue, I call Craig or Christine, and guess what they do? They call me right back. Because you know what? We pay monthly. When we need them, they're there for us. The Kaprowskis are easy to contact. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know, since I dropped my pounds with Awaken 180 back in September, I've had a lot of comments about how I looked. In fact, somebody just the other day said, hey, you look like you lost your spare tire. Honestly, they're not that far off. Picture this, a bulky, awkward car tire, 26 pounds or so. That's exactly what I was lugging around before Awaken 180. Did it take me 3 months, 6 months? Nah. 26 pounds gone in just over 1 month. Imagine slicing through air, feeling light like a sports car, not a clunky sedan with extra baggage. Imagine where you would be by the end of January if you started Awaken 180 today. Maybe down 20, 30 pounds. Why not just do it? The program is simple. The coaching is awesome. The results are even better. No meds, no starvation, no gym. And unlike the meds, you'll have a plan to keep the weight off when you're done. Free support for life, folks, so why wait? Give Awaken 180 a shout at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com and ditch that spare tire.
Are you a business owner looking to grow, sell, acquire, or even go public with your company? Need help to find funding or business partners? Otterson Wealth Advisors will evaluate your company and provide the guidance that's right for you and your business needs. Maybe you're ready for retirement and need a succession plan for your business. Let Otterson Wealth Advisors guide you through the process. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing fall specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
When you hear a great call on 1010XL, telephone communique, it's covered by the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
If you'd like any further information, just call me.
Listen for great phone interviews all day on the All-Pro Roofing phone line on 1010XL.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you ready for the ultimate happy hour experience? Look no further than Bellwether, downtown's undisputed champion of good times. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 7 p, with the exception on Friday when happy hour starts at 11 a.m. Rally the team and head over to Bellwether. The vibe is full and the food is unbeatable. Free parking after 6 p on weekdays and all weekend. Bellwether Restaurant, where great food and the best happy hour in town come together for an epic win.
The holidays are upon us, and Hidden Hills Golf Club wants to thank all of our golfing friends for your support over this past year. We hope to see you around the club during this joyous season and look forward to many new golfing memories ahead. Log on to hiddenhillsgc.com.
This is Hayes Carline for SkyLife Elite. Are you tired of canceled flights, unruly passengers, and layovers? Call my friends at SkyLife Elite. Consider using private charter flights for your next adventure. Yes, you can afford it. Make your own schedule. Fly direct. Drive your car to Craig Airport and get directly on the plane. SkyLife Elite can make that happen. Call 490-9332, go to flyskylife.com, and find them on social media. Fly SkyLife Elite, North Florida's premier private air charter.
Hunting season is here, so lock and load on that new rifle or shotgun at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Tons of great options with the best prices and no waiting this side of the ditch. Arm yourself with the best at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. The Jaguars have reportedly signed quarterback E.J. Perry to their practice squad. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Jaguars starting QB Trevor Lawrence is in concussion protocol, and former practice squad quarterback Nathan Rourke was signed by the New England Patriots on Monday. Jags head coach Doug Peterson says the team will need to stop beating themselves.
We can't get out of our way, and that's the frustrating part because we do some really good things.
Jaguar linebacker Josh Allen, after taking the L against the Ravens, acknowledges the inconsistent play.
It's up and downs because, you look at our performances from the performance that we had last week compared to this week was much better.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, back on the Beach Plumbing Wednesday. I got a question for you guys.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, another one of those. The bowl season every year reminds me how old I am because I don't pay any attention to some of these schools, and you see schools for the first time because you don't pay much attention. And I see Pennington's kid played for Marshall last night.
It was more than that.
And it looks just like.
Look at that.
Chad Pennington kid?
Who was that? I didn't see him.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, Chad Pennington's kid played for Marshall.
He looks just like him, by the way.
I flipped the game on, and my son Brooks goes, "Who's that in the stands?" That's McCown. And I go, "The kid must be playing." It was one of the McCowns, and his son Owen McCown was a quarterback for UTSA. So it was Owen McCown against Pennington's kid.
Cool.
They probably were they on the same team? Pennington and McCown at any point with the Jets or no? Yeah, who knows? It doesn't. No one knows really.
No.
The NFL we just called. They have no idea.
By the way, we have a prize pack to hand out at the end of the drill. What's the razzle dazzle today?
A $25 gift card to Bellwether, downtown's best restaurant, a part of 1010XL's holiday gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more.
I got a
gift
question
ideas.
for you guys.
Before you ask it, just let me get this out. FSU four-star commit corner Charles Lester pushes back his signing until Friday. So take that for what you want.
Weighing all his financial
That's
offers.
from
That's what happens with kids today.
On 3 recruits. It could be.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the craziness.
I get it. To be honest with you, dude,
Yeah.
you have to just kind of change your mind as you go and the model goes. And these old stoic remains of what we would do and standing. I have a feeling at the end of the day, if you, me, or our kids were being recruited by a number of really good places and really good people, that you would ultimately settle on wherever you were getting the most money.
Well, now,
Highest bidder.
stand by. FSU football 5 minutes ago disputes Chad Simmons and says, never a doubt, welcome to Knoll family, 5-star Charles Lester III. That's from FSU football. So they did get him.
Yeah,
So
fired
anyway.
up down there.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we shall see. E is fielding a phone call in there, and I want to include him in this question.
All right.
So here's a question for you guys. At what point does an athlete's non-playing, either behavior or legacy, take you from liking and rooting for a guy to not? Like, I'll give you an example who would fall into that. Like, Antonio Brown
That was
might
the
fall
first
into
person
there.
that came to mind.
Right, Antonio Brown, you like him, he's this, he's that, and then you learn more, and the layers get peeled back, and he does this, that, and the other. And finally, you're like, this guy's just a pain in the butt. I realized last night that I have reached that point. I may have reached it already, but because of the night and the quote milestone, I realized it more. That I know bleep John Morant, man. John Morant's stuff's old. You know,
Was his actions last night poor?
No, I'm just saying in general, man. I just
So
saying.
he came back last night and won the game, and a game winner?
Well, he's got the 25-game absence, and I just, thankfully he didn't pull a gun out of his waistband while he was at the free throw line or light up a blunt on the bench or punch some heckling 14-year-old behind him. Hopefully he didn't do any of those things. But, he has gone to me from a likable root for –
yeah,
and he's a great player. To just he seems and again I don't read too much in. I'm not a psychologist, but just doesn't seem to be any humility through all this. I'll just put it that way.
You don't think he's learned anything?
I don't know. I can't say that he has or he hasn't.
He better have because
I'm back. I'm that dog. Okay.
I kept receipts too.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying.
So did we. What are you keeping receipts
There's no
about?
receipts to keep.
That's what I mean.
He should have remorse.
Humility and remorse. And, I've been a real tool.
Yeah,
I need to get my stuff together. I'm from a good
so happy
family.
to be back.
Yeah. And then he posts this, personal text back and forth between him and his mommy. I mean, we all have those, John. Guess what? My mom loves me too, bro.
Right.
So here's a question I'd like to answer that.
Yeah.
Like, if we were Pittsburgh fans, while Antonio Brown was balling, we probably would have dealt with all of that.
Of course.
And it's probably the same thing with Memphis Grizzlies
Listen
fans.
to me. Jalen makes your stomach turn, but if he'd have stayed our guy, he would have just been, it's the old saying, he may be a-hole, but he's our a-hole. Right? And that can be coaches or players, and it's across sports. And it's never – I'm just talking about just like a generic – look, for some people, it was Kobe Bryant after what happened in Denver.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's happened. Now, he stayed around long enough and
changed the narrative.
Yeah, changed the narrative, right? He remade himself, I guess, so to speak, from a popularity standpoint especially. But just a random thought on look, I say this on Ja hit 3 go-ahead jumpers in the last minute and a half 3 go-ahead baskets in the last minute and a half. He put them ahead, they tied. Put them ahead, they tied. No time left. Hits the shot, they win. Memphis, by the way, has been an absolute disaster without him. But Ja Morant back last night. Again, no shootings, no Instagram posts.
Wonderful.
No, none of his boys riding shotgun, having to grab the phone from him. None of that happened.
I think the thing that I would be looking for.
Usher was there, though. I saw Usher was there.
I think the thing I'd be looking for from Ja, the most important thing is that he left without his group around him. Like maybe he's broken away from some of them dudes. So
is that what they said he did?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
that would
be important.
That's what I would look for. 4-star tight end Amir Jackson signs with Florida.
He was a commit.
Yes, and also an offensive lineman, a 3-star. Again, Noah Portenjagen.
We got a lot of 3-stars.
Will enroll early. Yeah,
lineman. I mean,
yeah.
The offensive line needs rebuild. Now they got that kid from San Diego State or somewhere. Where did they get him from?
Yes.
The best player that they've gotten in the portal is the defense. He was a player of the year in the Ivy League, and we've learned from look at Jared Verse, a perfect example.
Yeah.
By the way, Verse is going to skip. Hick, I said this before. Our opinions and our stances also changed on players who don't play in bowl games, hasn't it? Like back in the day when this first started, it felt like there was something wrong with it, not finishing the season out with your team, and agreed or no? Am I misremembering?
No, yeah, we've changed.
Yeah, the reaction was a little stronger back then when you didn't play your bowl game, where you were letting your team down.
Now, I'll say this. I had a lot of respect for Bryce Young and Will Anderson.
For playing.
Who both played to finish up their careers, and that's cool, and it's their risk.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm sure
huge.
they had millions of dollars of insurance, but they still played in a meaningless game for Alabama last year.
And some are like Carson Beck will play for Georgia. I know he's not going to the NFL right away, but here's – like, Jared Verse became the latest yesterday. If there were ever a more justified group of athletes for skipping a bowl game, it would be all of FSU's players from this standpoint. Hold on now. We played the 13 games y'all said mattered. We played the 13 y'all said was important.
Yeah. No, I don't blame any
And
FSU
I don't think FSU fan does either. You give them a pat on the back and say thank you very much.
I think FSU administration is not very smart. I just really, man, I don't know why they make so much public about their distaste for the ACC. That doesn't help them. It didn't help them in that room. And you know what? If you're the ACC, it's hard to blame them. I mean, you guys sit here and say how terrible we are. You want all the money. You deserve this. You deserve that. I'm not going to bat for you guys. They had 5 ACC guys on that committee.
I said 3 earlier. It's even more.
It was 5. Yeah. And they didn't help them, but there's a reason why they didn't help them. And then now they come out and double down on it again? Stop. Just keep it to yourself and then jump when you can jump. If you're going to jump, jump. But, again, hopefully you found a loophole through your, what do they call that, grant of rights? So I don't think it's smart to make that so public. Because I from what I can tell and hear, and, again, I'm not tied in, but just in reading like a lot of you read, it doesn't look like the SEC's that interested in FSU. They always say the SEC is more interested in like North Carolina or maybe Virginia, not FSU. So FSU would have to go to the Big Ten, which is fine if the Big Ten's willing, but at least know if that's happening before you just come out and say, man, the ACC,
and
we
don't,
hate them.
And we don't
I don't
know.
think it's smart. I don't know.
Some of those athletes that people have changed their mind on. One said that's Aaron Rodgers for me, another Tiger Woods.
Yes.
So help me out. Was Tiger ever not? Was he an unlikable person?
No,
he was liked. Yeah, when he went through the stuff.
He became unlikable when he lost his mind with his wife, and then we found out about his dalliances, and he came out and said he was a sex addict and things of that.
I never knew that he was he was hated at that point.
Well, I don't know if he was hated, but people changed their opinion of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
The companies dropped him.
And that's fair. When you learn that the guy that you're dressing your little kid in red and black is, sleeping with every woman in the country, literally, from Perkins waitresses to Vegas, adult film actresses. And then your favorite, Johnny's favorite golfer, is picked up half out of his mind, drug-addled, thinking he's in California when he's driving south, thinking he's going north in South Florida. I mean, those things affect, Maybe not us three as much.
I'll give you
But for some people, for the bigger audience.
I'll give you one for you. Golf is Mickelson. He's been up and down throughout.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he's been okay. So this Lester thing is interesting. So Florida State has announced the signing. Some have him 4, some have him 5. I think he's a 5-star. Lester himself tweeted earlier this morning he planned to move his signing day to Friday. Then he sent in his NLI.
He also put up like an Amazon gift cart, so he wants people to load him up with gifts too. So maybe he was trying to give time to make sure that got set up.
So it's Anyway, it's interesting, and then this is crazy. So it continues though.
Big Ben.
By the way,
Big Ben, that's another good one.
Here's another example too on. I haven't verified this, but I'm going to assume it's true. Another example on Tiger. TPC Sawgrass took his pictures off the wall after the scandal, and they've since been put back up. So yeah, definitely.
Michael Vick,
Mike Vicks, and others. See, those. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's where I am with Ja. And in some cases, he hasn't done anything as bad as some of those guys. In some cases, he's done much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Dude punched out a 17-year-old kid, man, in your own backyard. What are you doing? Anyway, Usher was there though. Usher saw him. I got a pop quiz when we come back on the other side.
Let's do it.
I was thinking about the Jaguars matchup this weekend. We got a real kind of interesting scenario for the Jags in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about that a little bit and more. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beatros Plumbing Wednesday. Like a family, Beatros is there. So if you have any plumbing hijinks over this holiday, you can be sure that the Beatros fleet is activated and ready for all your needs. Go to BeatrosPlumbing.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There's great effort out there.
Fires deep downfield, wide open, Jamal Agnew, touchdown!
We're going to stay aggressive.
Close to the middle field, ball picked off. Rayshon Jenkins running it back.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Gets it to the 20-yard line. The ball came out, the ball was fumbled.
We got to do a better job of protecting it.
I got faith in the team. We've been here before. We know how to get ourselves out of situations.
Next up, Tampa Bay.
These spirits turn around, keep fighting. That's what we do.
Jaguars Buccaneers. Sunday at 4 on 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times, right? For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I don't know how to invest. That's why I find guys that I trust, guys that I know, guys that I like, and that's what I've done with Reagan Wright and Dan Abel and Reed Wingate, Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. And as I move closer to retirement, my money grows. And it's not just me. Junibug, the late great Junibug, Drew, 3 generations of Hickens invested ITB Partners. They listen, they give us individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. If you have a financial need or question, don't be shy. They're there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call 312-9751, 904-312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
A sale so big, Santa wants to get in on it. It's Beard's Diamonds' incredible Christmas sale with 43% off.
Pendants, bracelets, earrings, engagement rings.
Nobody beats Beard's Diamonds prices
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on Southside near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
The last thing you want to be dealing with this holiday season is a septic emergency. Plan ahead and schedule to have your septic tank pumped out now. Our wonderful team at Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is standing by and ready for your call. We'll get your septic tank pumped out right away, giving you one less thing you have to worry about this holiday season. Check out our reviews online and give us a ring today. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If there's anything more stressful to me than holiday shopping, it's last-minute holiday shopping. That's why I'm so glad I went to Kohl's. I found great gifts at great prices, like stocking stuffers starting at $3.99 and beauty faves for $25 and under. And with a 20% coupon, I got gorgeous silver jewelry under $20, plus I earned Kohl's cash. So if you want less stress and more savings,
savings, even at the last minute. You know where to go. Select styles, beauty, coupons do not apply. 20% offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hear the Florida Gators all season on 1010XL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Do you know a child who's had a tough year that would love to experience the thrill of attending a Jaguars home game? You can nominate that child for a chance to attend the Panthers and Jags game on December 31st. To enter, search Kingfish Pest Control on Facebook, then nominate a child by sharing their story at the giveaway page. Let's create a memorable experience for a child who needs a little Christmas cheer. Visit the Kingfish Pest Control page on Facebook today to enter.
Brackish Vodka, a Jacksonville-produced and distilled gluten-free corn-based vodka. This is the smoothest vodka you'll ever have. And because it's mineral salt filtered after being distilled 5 times, you get the smoothest vodka on the market. And it's made right here in Duval County. When you drink this gluten-free Brackish Vodka, you're supporting a local business and not just some business based out of Texas. Taste why 9 out of 10 people pick Brackish Vodka in the blind taste test. Drink like a local, drink like your boy. Drink Brackish Vodka. Come on, somebody.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. At FSU's Orange Bowl press conference, defensive back Jerrion Jones expressed the feelings of many concerning the Knowles snub from the college football playoff.
Kind of ripped your heart out the chest for real, but we can't do nothing about that. That's just, we did our part. Every game that was put on our schedule, we won. I don't understand. I don't know what else much more we could have did.
As they prepare to face Georgia in the Orange Bowl, FSU's head coach Mike Norvell gave insight on the team's emphasis.
Real big emphasis on fundamentals, technique, seeing young guys you compete, and I think it have been outstanding practices over the last few weekends.
Jacksonville Icemen will stay in state to square off against the South Florida Everblades in the East Coast Hockey League. Jacksonville captain Christopher Brown has scored 8 goals and 7 assists in his last 8 games. Game time is 7 p.m. at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, with just 3 games left, I think if you name the Jaguars MVP halfway through the season, it'd be no doubt it was Josh Allen, right? I mean, Josh Allen's having a terrific all-pro-like year, but I think maybe we got a guy who's sort of competing with Josh Allen, a guy who's chasing things that haven't been done before, and that is Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram has 88 receptions with 3 games left this year. He could have more yards. He's only averaging 8.3 yards a carry. He's only got 3 touchdowns. But 88 catches is a security blanket for Trevor Lawrence, and Evan Ingram's going to do what only Jimmy Smith has ever done for this franchise possibly, and that's catch 100 balls plus in a season. And that's your Duval Minutes brought to you by Lift Power. Lift Power does it all. Lift Power has been providing the Southeast with all its material handling needs for more than 50 years from right here in Jacksonville, FLA. From lift trucks, warehouse design, docks and doors, to total warehouse design, service support, fleet management, and more. You name it, I'm telling you, Lift Power does it. Learn more, learn all about them at liftpower.com.
We got to talking. I was groveling with the boys, trying to get them to throw me some cash so I could go play some poker today.
Yes.
They wouldn't do it. And then Dan started bemoaning wedding costs that are piling up. And just leaves me with one question. Where are we at with Cool in the Game? Ladies and gentlemen, Cool in the Game.
We lost the drummer.
They on Christmas break.
Christmas break.
Yeah, I'm holler at them after the Christmas.
Dan, I think you're going to have to put it like, and this seems harsh.
Yes.
It's very uncaring, very unfeeling. It would not properly I think, represent your true love and feelings for E.T., but you might just have to say no Kool in the Gang, no E.T. at the wedding.
Dang. I got to get to work.
So we're going to have either two entities. We're going to have E.T. and Kool in the Gang at the wedding, or we're going to have none.
I got to get to work,
Again,
that is harsh.
Yeah, it's sometimes tough times call for tough measures as we grow as people.
'Tis true.
And responsibility,
Yes,
right?
yes.
We ain't no tugboat in here. You're trying to get to port, okay? We need Kool in the Gang.
All right.
Yeah. Not, Gene over on the Miss Mary ain't going to come help us.
No. Dang it.
I went Coast Guard on him, Hick. I don't know what's going on. So Trevor is a little interesting. Quinella coming up. Quinella's a twofer.
Okay.
This week, he'll face Baker Mayfield, a former number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Next week, he'll face Bryce Young, a former number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Number 1 picks matching up in back-to-back weeks doesn't happen a whole lot. Now, It will happen as you filter through some of those number 1 picks who never live up to it. In other words, no one's tracking Jamarcus Russell's matchups through history. Trevor's actually had 3 of these already. Can you tell? Do you know this isn't the pop quiz? Do you know the 3 number 1 matchups Trevor's already had in his career? He's about to go back to back. I say 3, unless one was added this year that I'm not thinking about it. I don't think so. I think there's 3 in past. Can you tell me the 3 number 1 quarterback
Trevor's played
already? He's already had 3. He's already played 3 games where he and the opposing quarterback were former number 1 overall draft picks.
Oh,
and now he's going to have 2 in a row against, like I said, against Mayfield and Bryce Young.
Well, yeah, that. Gosh, so Baker, is that the one that's coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up. He's already done 3 before Baker.
He's done 3 already?
Yeah, he's already had 3 matchups against former number 1 overall quarterbacks. It's a good question.
That's a good question.
And this isn't even the pop quiz. It's going to get even better.
Okay, hang on.
Pop quiz is easier than this one.
Joe Burrow,
right? Trevor's rookie year. 2 of them, if you go, are you going through the Jack schedules?
No, I'm going through the picks in my head.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Goff.
Goff is a good one. That's the one I thought you might miss. The 3rd one you've skipped over.
I did.
I don't know. Maybe the 3rd one is not quite as easy to register. The 3rd one rifled through us pretty good when he appeared here in Jacksonville.
Who?
Rifled through us real good. In fact, took the yoga pose after one of his
Video game
touchdowns.
rifle. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's Kyler Murray.
Oh.
Kyler Murray, number 1 overall pick.
Call of Duty.
When did we play them?
Last
remember
year?
Urban? No, a couple years
years
ago.
ago.
Rookie year.
Oh, that was Jamal Agnew.
Yeah,
kick
Jamal
6.
Agnew had the kick 6.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not the pop. Now I've, by the way, twice in Super Bowl history, number 1 picks have faced off. Only twice.
Well, we missed one with Joe Burrow this year.
No, but we had Burrow and Stafford a couple years ago, and then
no, we missed one with Burrow that we would have had again with Trevor.
Yeah. But in Super Bowl history, only twice have number 1 quarterbacks met. Point, I guess, of this is just because you're a number 1 pick, don't guarantee everything. But those matchups were Burrow and Stafford a couple years ago, and before that, Peyton and Cam. The only time it's happened.
Wow. Peyton and Cam in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Huh.
The only time number 1 picks, or the only 2 times were those times, which now leads us to pop quiz music, please.
And Peyton and Cam, big.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Time frame there. Peyton's the 90s.
Yeah.
Because I just watched the 30 for 98.
Yeah.
Cam's like, well, after he left Florida, 11 or 12,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, pop quiz.
Pop quiz is, I got to double check the number. I think I had it. Yes. 8 quarterbacks taken number 1 overall have Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
8 quarterbacks taken number 1 overall.
Troy Aikman.
I'm going to do this because I'm a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Again, have Super Bowl rings. 8 former number 1 overall picks.
But that means
at
they
the
won
quarterback
the Super Bowl.
position.
They
That's
won
right.
the Super Bowl.
8 former number 1 picks were on Super Bowl winners. That's correct.
Okay.
Anyway, Troy Aikman has 3 rings.
Does that count as 3?
No, 8 different guys.
Eli.
Eli.
Peyton.
Won a Super Bowl. Peyton. They each won 2 Super Bowls. 2 rings. You have 3 of the 8. Looking for the number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position who have won Super Bowls.
Elway.
Elway has 2 rings. You now have 4. Spanning the globe. Every year we amaze you with our Super Bowl knowledge. We literally give you the scores of every single Super Bowl.
All right. I got to go back here a little bit.
You have to go back. So you do for
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw has more Super Bowl rings than any quarterback. He has 4. Well, any number 1 overall pick quarterback.
Yeah. Tom
so
Brady.
You got Bradshaw with 4, Aikman with 3.
Was
Elway, Manning, right? That's what you've given? That's 5.
E was.
You're missing another multiple. There's another former number 1 pick that has 2 Super Bowl rings. The other 2 only have 1.
I think I know one more.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to struggle. But Jeff, did this quarterback throw to Randy Vataha?
Not in a Super Bowl year.
Yes.
But yes, he did in his career.
One of my favorite receivers of all time, Randy Vataha, who may have gone to the same college.
I think it's Stanford also.
So that would be Jimmy Plunkett.
Jim Plunkett won 2 rings, both with the Raiders.
Okay.
Jim Plunkett was the number 1 overall pick of the Patriots, went to a terrible team, and he was terrible. Then he went to a good team, and he was good. It's funny how that works. Now you're missing 2. You're missing 2 dudes, and I'm going to give you a hint, okay?
It's a trick. Well, they weren't starters is what
These 2 guys weren't starters. One of these 2...
I know one.
Yeah, one of these 2 deserves it because he was more than starter material in his career.
So they weren't starters when they won the ring.
2 of these guys were not starters.
But he was.
One is worthy, the other is not.
This one is definitely worthy. He had a great career, but he was so close to being a starter.
Correct.
In fact, he didn't get the week of the Super Bowl, he was told he wasn't starting.
Yeah.
That's Drew Bledsoe.
Now, the one that I didn't think you would get is left. There's one that's left, a number 1 overall pick who has a Super Bowl ring, who won a Super Bowl.
There's one left.
Okay, so a couple of hints.
Yeah, is it recent?
It's within the last
20,
30 years. All right. He did not win a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him.
Right. He's a number 1 overall pick.
A number 1 overall pick. You somewhat forget that he played for another team after the team that drafted him and his career faded, parted ways. You forget that he even went to another team.
Okay.
And then your final clue, but he played for your favorite coach of all time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Barely remember this guy being on the team. I'm surprised that he was still around when the Giants won a Super Bowl.
Wow.
Right?
I'm thinking of...
I did the whole thing for this, to get to this moment, ladies and
gentlemen. Yeah. And I'm choking.
I don't know if you're choking. It's just that's why I can... We have a pretty good record of prediction when it comes to what the other guy's going to be able to get.
He was a number 1 pick.
Number 1 overall pick at the quarterback position. Won a Super Bowl.
He's a backup quarterback for the Giants.
With the Giants.
And he played for...
Your favorite coach. You're the only Giant coach to win a Super Bowl, so it had to be.
Oh, is it was it Kerry Collins?
It's not Kerry Collins. He was not a number 1 pick.
Oh. He played for TC.
Yeah, he played for TC.
And he was a number 1
Had
pick.
to have, because the Giants didn't win. Well,
So
I guess that's not true.
Who was Eli's
backup?
You do not think of this guy as a backup. It's hard. It's hard to remember this guy on the team.
Oh, he wasn't a number 1 pick, though.
I don't like that grin he got going.
Yeah, this. You know what this is for?
I hate this.
This is for the whole Indian Pacific Ocean mind freak. I had to
taking it out on
I had to take my place back at the top of the mind freak mountain.
Because I was going to go Kurt Warner, but
yeah, he wasn't a number 1 pick. Yeah.
I don't know if he was on that.
He was on. Yeah, he may have gone by the time Eli won.
Who did Tom?
Yeah, number 1 overall pick. I'll give the boys credit for not looking at the list of number 1 picks, because then by process of elimination you would get to it. But
who is it? I don't know.
David Carr.
Oh,
right? Isn't that a good
I
one?
remember him in that uniform.
Yeah, David Carr.
I might have looked at that and still not got it.
I would have said. I may have said number. I think number 8 for David Carr. Is that right?
Number 8
for the Giants.
Yep.
Yeah. David Carr. Even old David Carr has a Super Bowl ring, which tells me, he was drafted in 2002, and the Giants won in it's 8 and 10?
Was he on both of them or just
I don't know. No, just one of them. Super Bowl 43. Super Bowl 43, David Carr. Now, there have been other number one overall selections who have won Super Bowls, but those are at, any and all positions. So, I think the ship has sailed on anyone thinking that Baker Mayfield, as a number one former overall pick, is going to win a Super Bowl. You almost already feel like Bryce Young, as a number one overall pick, ain't going to win a Super Bowl. Jury's still out on Trevor, at least, despite, struggles. Listen, the quarterbacks ride, the wave of perception, right, pretty steeply. So, Trevor has 2 good weeks in a row, and I imagine the bandwagon will fill up again, but I still feel like Trevor Lawrence will never be the reason the Jags can't win a Super Bowl.
All right, we'll take a break. It's National Signing Day. We'll have as the fax machine whirls, we'll continue to bring those in and give those for you as they come off the presses. So a lot of things are starting to click. I'll say, we got Murphy Power Hour coming up by ITP Partners, and we got the Lockett Law High School Report. That's coming up as well.
The list I looked at came right before I meant to put him in here because the story I initially read was about Burrow and Stafford meeting. So the winner of them would have gone into. So Matthew Stafford. But I kind of, by association, I told you those two met, so that's why I didn't include it. I should have said, though, the 8 other quarterbacks besides Stafford. So anyway, all right, this is The Drill. It's a Betros Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. There's an energy and drama to play-by-play sports.
This crowd, a big factor.
You never know what's going to happen.
Wow!
Feel the energy on 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. Those guys have been around in Jacksonville for a long time. Shane's dad started. Shane runs it with his pops. His guys are Jacksonville people, taking care of Jacksonville people like me. We've used Lockhart Construction numerous times in the house for remodels, and they got the BWR seal of approval. Gang, if you get that, you've earned something. No job too big or too small. Give the Lockhart family a call. Their family will give your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So if you have a construction need, an idea, a thought, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Save big at Key Buick GMC, up to $9,000 off on all new 23 Buick Enclaves, or up to $8,500 off new 23 Buick Envisions. Low APR rates like 1.9% APR financing for 36 months, 4.5% for 48 or 60 months, and 5.44% APR for up to 72 months. It comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty whenever you purchase a new vehicle from Key Buick GMC, across the street from Tinseltown, Southside and Gate.
Get into your comfort zone career at AC Designs. We're hiring certified HVAC technicians, call dispatchers, administrative clerks, warehouse associates, and more. Voted Jacksonville's best AC and heating company. We're the family-owned business you can call home. Join our Northeast Florida team with paid health benefits, 401k matching, competitive pay, and training. Apply online at acdesignsinc.net/careers.
When's the last time you had your dryer vent cleaned? A clogged dryer vent is a fire hazard and wastes money on your electric bill. First Coast Home Pros dryer vent cleaning specialists are here to help. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we want it, we got to bring it.
My thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews are through the roof, and I challenge any law firm to compare results. Clients continue switching to us from other firms because we continue delivering. Recently, a car accident client left a big firm, and Woolsey Morecambe got her 10 times what they said it was worth. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe, 638-4235.
Arthritis is the most common cause of joint pain in America and affects more than 50 million adults. Dr. George Bari here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. For reliable diagnosis and comprehensive treatment options, come see me and the specialists at Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With more than 35 years of experience in orthopedics, our team delivers compassionate and dedicated care to relieve your pain. Set up a visit today by scheduling online or calling the office. Log on to BariOrthopedics.com with locations across Jacksonville.
It's J.J. Gray's Blackwater Soul Review at St. Augustine Amphitheater, May 25th and 26th. Catch live performances from artists like J.J. Gray and Mofro, Lucero, the Almond Betts Band, American Aquarium, G Love and Special Sauce, and more. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. May 25th and 26th, live at St. Augustine Amphitheater.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I had one of those aha moments last week. During my Awaken 180 weekly weigh-in, I only lost 2.5 pounds. My coach, Krista, reviewed my week and pointed out that I had skipped a few meals. Turns out, skipping meals was actually slowing down my weight loss, not speeding it up. Who would have thought? And get this, she also advised eating more fats. Yep, the good stuff like butter and oil to get me back to losing 4 to 5 pounds per week. Now here I am, closing in on 30 pounds lost with Awaken 180 weight loss. It's these kinds of insights you just don't get when you're flying solo. That's the beauty of Awaken 180. The coaches aren't just cheerleaders. They're like your personal weight loss strategists, making sure you stay the course and reach your goals. It's not just about shedding pounds. It's about learning the how so you can keep it off for life. Get your consultation on the calendar this month and get ready to start the new year with a proven plan. Reserve it online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
When you are Pet Paradise, when you are the innovator, not the imitator, when you are setting the industry standard, there's always something to be looking out for. Let me give you some of those here in this month of December. One, holiday reservations. If you're traveling for the holidays, take care of your pets. They are going to love staying at Pet Paradise. In fact, they may not want to go home with you, but that'll be temporary. Wacky Wednesdays are extended for another week. So next Wednesday, the 13th, your dog can enjoy all the fun of day camp for just $25 on Wednesdays at Pet Paradise. And stay active and watching for that. They'll run that off over the course of the year. Meanwhile, this is underway. Home for the holidays. Pet Paradise is partnering with Florida Urgent Rescue to find loving homes for local pups in need. Check out the available dogs by visiting Pet Paradise's website, Facebook, or Instagram pages. 4 lovable dogs looking for a forever home. Each pup is also participating in Pet Paradise's 21-day dog training program. So there you go. Pet Paradise, petparadise.com.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
Fast Twitch, an energy drink from Gatorade in 6 different flavors, including strawberry watermelon, cool blue, and tropical mango. And available at your local Winn-Dixie.
Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
On-the-go energy from Gatorade. Find it at your local Winn-Dixie.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
The SEC change. I like that. It just means more, you know. Tell Cush that. Mr. Cush is here. He's still butthurt about his Seminoles.
I get it.
He's had a hard time.
I feel for you, man.
He's had a hard time. I don't feel for you.
I know he doesn't.
I know what you said about the old man. I know what you said. I was there, Cush. He's a legend. The legend's in the house. So is Gabby Rourke. She's a legend.
Cush has been a part of the pro. Cush once ran like 8 miles for us on the air. Remember
he
that
did.
one, Cush?
I love Cush.
He's an athlete. Look at him.
They don't know. They just don't know the treasure that they have.
I think they do.
Gabby, do you know the treasure that you have at Atlantic Coast High School?
I know
You know everything
Close to
about
the mic,
Kush.
yeah.
Get
There
your
we
talk
go.
closer
Yeah.
to the mic there, kiddo.
I know everything about
Gabby
it.
Rourke is
Yes.
here. She's part of our Lockett Law High Score Report. She's an old friend. She came
Last
a
year
year
was
ago, but she
dominating.
just keeps doing stuff. So we got to keep bringing her in. So you signed. You're going to Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
For soccer.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to kick for the Wildcat football team?
You know, if the opportunity comes, I'd be down.
Yeah,
I'm
of course
ready.
you would. Now, listen, you kicked for Atlantic Coast this year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how did that go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
It went really well. I think
Did you make any tackles?
I did actually.
You did?
I made a tackle assist if that counts.
I get absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go
It's
high.
Camden
If somebody goes
County,
low, you go
so,
high.
Yeah. So, and you signed. When did you sign?
November 8th.
Yeah. Did you guys have a little ceremony and stuff? Was it cool?
Yeah, we did. It was cool. It
Yeah.
was nice. It was after school.
How did you land on Kentucky?
Just really like
Interest
I mean,
on their part? Is that the
yeah,
number one drive?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right.
And I mean, you can't get better than the SEC.
Yeah.
And you know, the offer was there. I love the coaching staff. They're new staff.
Okay.
So they're rebuilding. We have a really big class. My freshman class.
Okay.
Is our first class. So with a rebuilding team, it's probably easier to start as a true freshman.
Have you been to Lexington in the winter yet?
No.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Now,
It's going to be an eye opener.
Let me ask you something.
very
that-
much.
They think they're running off to Tallahassee or somewhere. It gets
Gabby,
cold up there.
tough questions here. Did you get any bag for going to Kentucky? Like, did
NIL
anybody slide you any
money? What are we
money or
doing?
any cash? Any?
I
You know,
I
you're
can't
young.
disclose that
Yeah.
just
Oh,
yet.
okay.
How much we got,
There's
Gabby?
She got in the bag. E.
He's working the cash.
Now listen,
angle
the
now.
reason why we brought you in though is because
Everything okay for Christmas? We good?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it situated.
we need some stacksy.
He's some
Big
stacks.
All
Yeah,
right.
stacks
Racks.
and racks.
The reason we brought you in though is you just got back from Texas, right? Tell everybody what you were selected to play in, and it was kind of a cool thing.
So I got selected to play in the U.S. Army Bowl
Mhm.
for in Texas, in Frisco, Texas,
Mhm.
and it's the first time they've had a flag football All-American game.
Right.
And yeah, we got to play. My team won.
Yeah.
A little MVP.
Got a little MVP. Now what position did you play? What? Tell me about the game a little bit.
I played wide receiver and safety.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it was really fun. You know, I got 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and you know,
Them girls couldn't hang with you, is what you're telling me.
Do they play college football women's
Yeah.
flag yet?
Yeah, but it's only
It's like a club
in-
sport or
no. It's a real varsity
Okay.
sport. It's only for NAIA D3 and D2.
Okay, so they're not
hasn't
doing it
reached
to-
D1 yet.
Do you think it will?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I'd love to play.
I know
Would
you
do
would.
both? I mean, would a school let you do both, I wonder?
I'm sure they would. I mean, they have other like football, baseball players,
That
track football
play.
players.
I've seen them play like football and basketball, even at Florida.
Mhm.
There have been guys that have done that.
Now you committed to Kentucky a year ago, right?
Yes, sir.
So-
October 25th.
Yeah, so you knew that was where you wanted to go. So what's going on over Atlantic Coast? How are things going there? Are you
it's-
mailing in your senior year? Are you leaving
yeah.
early? What are you doing?
It's going great. I got a modified schedule.
Modified. Is that what we call it?
Why she gotta be mailing it in, man?
I love man. Now we didn't have those either. Now, so that
No.
makes up for this whole Christmas delay. Modified schedule. Yeah.
I mean, we got some of the Mr. Kushner students in here complaining about going to school this week, having to take tests and stuff. You know what I always,
modified test.
huh?
Kush, you're not giving people tests.
Kush,
No,
hey, Kush
come
will
on.
pop
What
in
does he look
Elf.
like, the Grinch?
Yeah, Kush will pop in Elf and
Yeah,
say,
Home
enjoy
Alone
this.
today, Elf tomorrow,
Yeah.
Wonderful Life Friday,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Kush got little kids, man. He's got stuff to do.
Sure.
He's got to get ready for
Kush,
Christmas.
how many kids you got
Yeah.
now?
Three.
Oof. Age range? Nice.
Yeah, Kush is making it happen. All right, so you leave for Kentucky when?
July 6th.
July
next
6th.
year.
Okay. And what kind, like, do you expect to go in there and start right away? What are your thoughts?
I'm definitely gonna go in and compete.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm
Yeah, of
coming
course
in
you are.
as a freshman.
Yeah.
We got to earn our way up.
Okay.
And there's a graduate student there. They just got a transfer portal student, because they cut a lot of people
Mhm.
in a new staff.
What? How did they do this year? Are they a good program?
They actually did really well. I think they had one of the best seasons with their first real year of coaching.
Okay.
They made the SEC tournament for the first time
Okay.
in a long time.
Yeah.
cool.
They
I don't
beat
think Florida
LSU.
did, right? Did Florida make
Nope.
the SEC?
Wow.
Strickland.
Scott Strickland.
Strickland.
Yeah. It's AD.
See how quick she said that.
Where's that? Hey, where's that coach who used to coach at FSU? Where did he go? The guy who won natties. Now FSU is good
They
too.
just
They
won
won.
a-
They won another
Yeah,
natty.
They won back-to-back,
He actually
haven't they?
went to coach pro, I believe.
Oh,
if
did he?
I'm not mistaken, he did went to coach.
All right. All right. So what's on the docket for you the rest of the way? How's the soccer team doing right now? Your Atlantic Coast soccer team.
We're really good. We're 9-1-2 right now. Best record we've ever had.
What are you doing? How much are you tearing it up?
I mean, I think I'm tearing it pretty good. I got
Yeah.
a couple shutouts here and there. You know?
Yeah.
We actually just tied Creekside last night, number 2 team in the state.
Oh, yeah, they're
1-1.
good.
Wow.
Really good. So yeah, that was a big tie for us.
Uh-huh.
just gonna.
Prosser would have been over there with a C on his chest, rooting for his neighborhood school.
Growing pain on my chest now.
Student section.
All the damn times. Let's go nighttime.
Such a goon.
Is that what you would have done?
I have no idea.
Huh?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not opposed.
Uh-huh.
Somebody give me a heads up.
All right. So who's left on the schedule? What are we getting ready for here?
That's a great question.
You don't know.
No.
You one game
Short
at a time.
timers.
I just show up.
You do?
Show up and
Wait
ball
on that
out.
NIL money
and
that
show
should take
out.
first class up to Lexington.
I like that. I like that.
Step off the plane and realize, really, 18 degrees here. Does that happen? Is that a thing?
So you played the flag football game though, in where was it?
Frisco, Texas, in the Star, in the Ford Center.
Is that what?
The Dallas Cowboys?
Their practice facility? Oh yeah, very cool. Did you go watch the fellas play too, or no?
Yeah.
Was that different time or same time? Or
they played before us, but I heard they lost.
They lost.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah,
They needed you.
they needed you. Well, listen, we're really proud of you. You've done great. You've done a lot of good things already for Jacksonville, and you're representing, and you're off to Kentucky. So finish out.
Yes, sir.
Finish out. When is what's going up for Christmas? Who are you getting gifts for? How many people on the list?
Gifts for my family.
Yeah.
Everything they've done for me.
Okay.
A couple of my
You should do that.
friends.
Couple friends.
The producer that hit you up to get you back on the show.
Shout out Lola.
Yeah. Shout out Lola. What about teachers besides Mr. Cush? Who's your favorite teacher? What's your favorite class besides? Do you have Mr. Cush or no?
I had him last year. I do not have him this year.
Okay. What's your favorite class right now? What do you want to shout out to? What teacher?
Let me think about this.
Oh, pressure.
I know.
What do I need
I'm
an
feeling
A
the
in?
pressure right now. I'm feeling that is Mr. R is pretty good. Mr. Rossman. He's my U.S. government.
It's right on a
teacher.
T here.
Cush giving it.
It's just,
No, I told besides.
Oh, okay.
I said besides.
I'm looking up average temperatures. Fun fact: 6 months a year in Lexington, the low temperature average is in the 30s.
We have future broadcasters.
Get her some warm weather.
We have future broadcasters in here, so they're learning what not to do with us while watching us.
We've
Take
always
notes,
said,
class.
do as we say, not as we do.
Correct.
And take Mr. Dan's class over there at UNF.
Yeah, when you get over, come on in.
Sure.
We'll have a good time. I'll teach you about compound interest.
Make sure it's spring only though. Spring only.
NIL.
It's our friend Gabby Rourke.
Yeah.
She's had a terrific high school career, MVP of a national flag football
awesome.
game. How good is that?
If there were flag football at D1 and you had to choose between soccer and flag, which would you do?
Oh, that's hard.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
Hard.
It's tough questions, kids.
probably gonna
Journalism.
have to-
That's a
Integrity.
tough question.
I might just have to take the ladder and do both.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the options, but you're
I can't
working your way
choose.
into womanhood.
I
You took
can't
it a question.
choose.
DC. That's what they're playing.
Were you who was prom queen over there at or homecoming queen or whatever at Atlantic Coast this year? Were you a nominee?
No, so you can choose to run. I chose not to because if you run,
I
for
choose no.
Yes.
If you choose to run for homecoming, you can't run for prom, and I wanted to run for prom.
You're gonna run for prom. All right. Well,
gotta-
good luck with that.
It's a hierarchy
Thank you.
there.
I
Dave.
appreciate that.
I didn't want to
Vote
win the
Rourke.
Maxwell. I wanted the Heisman.
Vote Rourke
Basically.
in 24.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. All right, Gabby. Good to see you, kiddo.
Yeah, great
Congrats
to see you.
on
Family
everything.
too.
Thank you
Congrats
so
to the
much.
family.
Yes.
It's so important for all these things too. And I know
Love
you
you,
know that,
Kush. Shout out to Kush and
Good
the
to see you,
students
Kush.
for
I haven't
coming
seen
in.
Kush in a while. I'm gonna get another hug before he leaves.
You got
And
to.
you know me. I'm not a hugger.
You're not. That's big. This is the drill.
Waste out.
Yes, 1,000,000%.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He may be the Jag senior writer, but he doesn't have senior moments.
Nobody knows the Jags like Johnny O.
Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called The Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner and guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com/shadows. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
Mr. Rooter. Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Keep up with Norvell's Knowles on the Seminole Report.
I'm RJ Saunders, and I'll keep you up to date on Florida State with the latest Garnet and Gold Nuggets.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Why can't I just speak to an actual human being? I need a new bank.
Well, actually, at One-to-One Financial, communication is not only number one, it's one-to-one. When you call, you get to talk to a real live Jacksonville human, fast, and with someone who's truly concerned about your needs, your security, and finding solutions as a team.
Thank you.
Ready to break up with your bank? Find a real, long-term banking relationship at One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit one-to-one-fcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
To be our best selves, we need to take care of our whole self. That includes your spirit, mind, and your body. At the First Coast YMCA, our members find balance in spirit, mind, and body with unlimited group exercise classes, adult sports league, health coaching, and programs designed for chronic disease prevention. And when the Jaguars win, you win. We're waiving the joining fee the day after a Jaguars win, all season long. Use promo code DUVAL or visit the First Coast YMCA near you and find your why at fcymca.org.
Clemson and Kentucky face off in Jacksonville at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl game, Friday, December 29th at noon. Game tickets are on sale now at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
It's the biggest, brightest end of the year clearance sale at First Coast Lighting and Fans on Phillips Highway. Get 40 to 60% off display lighting, fans, and home decor to make room for new merchandise coming next year. Hurry into the store today because quantities are limited and their best selections won't last long at 40 to 60% off clearance pricing. Upgrade your furnishings for the holidays with the biggest savings of the year at First Coast Lighting and Fans on Phillips Highway.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. As the Jags look to their next game, head coach Doug Peterson was positive about the defensive performance.
I thought for the most part, defense kept us in the game, kept us close.
Jaguar linebacker Josh Allen, if he didn't before, has a healthy respect after seeing the Ravens defense.
That was the number one defense in the league, held our offense to 0 point, and we want to get to that part.
Jaguar quarterback Trevor Lawrence will remain in the NFL concussion protocol per head coach Doug Peterson. The Jaguars believe Lawrence was injured during the fourth quarter in Sunday's loss to the Baltimore Ravens. At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hey, player, what you gonna get for Christmas?
Yeah!
Come on,
My new favorite Christmas song.
Yes, there it is. We're going to be playing this.
Is this Bone Crusher?
When you come trick-or-treating at Dan's house on Christmas Day.
Who is this?
It's Quad City DJs.
Oh, heck yeah, it is. Heck yeah, it is. All right, so National Signing Day rolls on. We'll see. Gator basketball team had a big win, double overtime. It's not like Michigan's great. They're 6-6.
Well, it doesn't matter.
But it's a good win. Well, it does matter if they, you want those quality wins in terms of it would be.
I think when it comes to the way they do it now with the net rankings, I think the opponent matters more than really how they are playing. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you beat Michigan and they're the number 3 RPI or whatever, but I think you'd be surprised I think you're going to be surprised, not RPI, but when you pull up the net rankings, which is what the committee uses now, I think you'd be surprised where you find Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked yet. I'm going right now.
Well, I saw yesterday.
I bet you they're in the 40s.
I saw yesterday before the game last night, Joe Lunardi, and he had Florida last 4 in.
Okay, that's
so
about right.
That's about where they are.
Well, they haven't played their way backwards.
They're going to have to win some big SEC games.
Florida's 55 in the, quote, net rankings, which is
they beat Michigan in double overtime, 106-101. They looked like they had to rally a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? Everything's not determined on what are they going to be in March. It was a fun game.
Yeah.
Right? It was a fun game. And this just in. Good Florida teams have lost to Michigan every time they've played them for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, those jokers have been a thorn. We played Michigan in NCAA tournaments. We played them in season, and they've gotten the better of Florida every time.
Well, they play Grambling State and Quinnipiac the next two, and then they open SEC play with Kentucky, undefeated Ole Miss, Arkansas at home, and at Tennessee. So,
that is the SEC. You're going to have a bunch of those, and I think it's one of those years this year that if you do indeed go 500 in the SEC, you're probably going to be okay.
I'm not sure. I think there was a lot of hype about the SEC, but as the season breaks on, I'm not sure they've been as good as I thought they would.
Kentucky is better than we thought they'd be, better than they've been the last few years. Kentucky's been underachieving, right? I mean, I know they were a 2 seed 2 years ago and lost, but last year, did Kentucky even make they made the tournament, right?
Yeah.
They weren't great. I guess Kentucky beat North Carolina, good North Carolina team. Still got a nucleus of those dudes that went to the championship game a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And lost to who? Kansas, maybe?
Ole Miss is 11-0.
Well, there you go. I mean, have they played anybody?
I don't know.
Early season college basketball can be a little wonky. You got to know who they played.
Yeah, South Carolina is 10-1. Mississippi State is 9-2.
Yeah,
Kentucky's 8-2. Auburn's 8-2. Florida's 8-3. Tennessee is 8-3. Tennessee was the pick this year to win the SEC.
And they have now Tennessee's 8-3. Now they've played like Gonzaga and they played a bunch of teams, so that's different. Like their 8-3 could be better than Ole Miss's 11-0. But I think Kentucky, Tennessee,
Ole Miss beat Memphis.
But the Bama schools are down. Alabama and Auburn have been good the last few years, and they're both kind of sluggish.
Yeah.
What are Auburn and Alabama's records?
Auburn's fine. Auburn is 8-2.
Yeah, they got hammered by somebody recently, but maybe just one of those.
Just beat the heck out of USC the other day.
Yeah, they got hammered by somebody a couple, 2 or 3 outings ago. Well, a good team, maybe one of those.
Auburn beat Indiana 104-76.
Who was the
They
big?
lost to App State.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking. That's the App State loss. They didn't get hammered.
They beat Notre Dame.
They lost to a bad team. That's what I'm thinking. Who's their other loss to?
Auburn has they beat USC, they beat UNC Asheville, they beat Indiana, they lost to App State, they beat Vatech, they beat Alabama A&M, they beat St. Bonaventure, they beat Notre Dame, they beat Southern. I don't know who the heck they've lost to. It doesn't look like they've lost to any. Baylor beat them 88-82.
No, okay, I'm just mistaken.
Yeah,
I guess they routed Indiana, but yet they lost to Appalachian State. I just kind of combined those two storylines.
Vandy's 4-7, LSU 6-5, and Alabama 6-4.
Bama has been really good.
Bottom feeders
But
right now.
Bama right now, by the way.
I saw Bama play Creighton down to the wire.
Well, in the net rankings, Alabama at 6-4 is number 10 in the country.
Yeah.
So they must have something going for them, schedule
They
strength.
played number
otherwise.
12 Creighton, number 1 Purdue. They played Oregon. They played 18 Clemson. They played Ohio State. So they've played some good teams.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just some
But,
college. And FSU beat UNF last night.
Yeah, 16 maybe to beat them. FSU has bounced back from that blowout loss to Florida. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're not, fluttering around the top 25, but they looked that night like it was going to be another long year. FSU left Gainesville. I thought they were about to go 12-18 or,
Well, they're 5-5.
But still,
So.
Well, they may yet go 12-18.
Yeah.
But they did respond after they beat who?
They beat Colorado.
Yeah,
they lost to Georgia, and they had a 17-point lead. They lost to North Carolina. They lost to South Florida. So they've had some bad losses too.
Yeah.
So anyway,
how's old Mike White in Georgia doing?
They're 7-3.
Yeah, about the same as Golden and Florida.
Yep.
I like what Todd Golden. I like the way he plays. I like that team. I don't know what the ceiling is.
I need to see more. They can't hit free throws. It's annoying.
Yeah. They were pretty good last night, weren't they?
Well, they missed 9 or 10 or 11. 10 or 11, I think they missed.
Well,
last night.
to the point that some guys are so bad that you can't have them on the floor at the end of the game, and that's always bad. I will say this about him. These transfers he's bringing in are good players.
Yeah, I like the big kid,
Samuel, but Pullen.
I like Walter Clayton.
Those guys are all good, man. I mean, very good. So I like that team. That big kid from Marshall is a good player. They have a good team. They're not great. I think that they could play themselves into being better, though.
Yeah. The Gators probably will lose Adarius Hayes, a 4-star linebacker. Doesn't look like he's going to end up, but we'll see.
Is that Auburn? Is he the one that went to Auburn?
He's either Auburn or Miami. I can't, like I said, I can't keep up. I just read what I see and from the guys that I trust and see what they say, and that's what seems to be happening there as we make our way. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got the 9 o'clock hour. We got D. Murph rolling in. So the Murphy Report, ITP Partners Murphy Power Hour coming up right here on The Drill.
All right, so Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is committed to making your Friday feel more like a weekend.
Oh, I'm with you.
That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday.
It's a good time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes. I am ready on 1010XL.
Patriot Roofing Services, specializing in all types of commercial and residential roofing and repairs, gutters, sun tubes, skylights as well. 10-year workmanship warranty, financing available, military and senior citizen discounts, no subcontractors. Mention this ad at the time of the estimate and receive $500 off any new re-roof. Call Mark today, 982-4052, 982-4052, licensed and insured.
It's easy to get caught up in the holiday scramble, but as we near the end of the year, let's focus on what makes America great, our faith and freedom. Hello, it's Congressman Aaron Bean, and this year I've been busy delivering results for you, from helping with passports and the VA to recovering thousands of dollars in owed benefits from the IRS and Social Security. My team has worked hard to take care of constituents in Northeast Florida. Serving you is what we do. Visit bean.house.gov. This is Congressman Aaron Bean wishing you a blessed holiday season. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Roland Reich Plumbing, there when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059, where quality and experience count.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
All right, Prosper here to tell you all about Prize Picks. It's the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. It's a little bit different. You log on to your Prize Picks app after you make your deposit. By the way, you want to make sure you mention 1010XL. More on that in just a second. But they'll give you a variety of athletes and then statistical projections, and it's real simple. You combo them up. The more combos, the more you have in your combo, the more return on your money you're going to get. But you just predict over or under on the projections. You know, Trevor Lawrence, 261 passing yards. We're going to play over or under. Let's pair it up with 4 or 5 others, and let's make some Christmas holiday cash. Super simple. What I like about it is it's the players and the stats. It's not 1,000 different opponents, computers and bots and experts and sharks. No, it's just you against the numbers. Find out for yourself. Go to prizepicks.com/1010XL. You can use code 1010XL for a first deposit match of up to $100. That'll get you going at prizepicks.com/1010XL. Code 1010XL for a first deposit match of up to $100.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts at the Jaguars Call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
This is Phil and Megan Vasali, owners of Players Grill. We'd like to wish the Jacksonville community a happy and safe holiday season.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours, and we hope to see you soon at Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Royal Pest Services. FSU's Mike Norvell says getting his team up after the college football playoff snub was challenging.
It's hard. You know, at the end of the day, you control the things you control. We did everything that we needed to do to win 13 games this season. Now we get an opportunity to go get better.
FSU's defensive back, Jerrion Jones, says the team has nothing to prove when they take the field of the Orange Bowl.
Now, we ain't out to prove nothing to nobody. I kind of think the world kind of know how that went. We're just trying to go beat us, just do what we do.
The Jumpman Invitational saw the Gators prevail over the Michigan Wolverines in the game on Tuesday night. The two teams battled back and forth, but thanks to a late surge in the second overtime period by the Gators, they survived to improve 8-3 on the season. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:02, it's 52 degrees. Time to tip, brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
That ball's well hit to right.
I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, we got our friend Daniel Murphy, the ITP Partners Power Hour, one of our favorite hours of the week. National Signing Day rolls on. It's not the same in baseball, Murph. I mean, National Signing Day, but it still means something to you. I mean, you think back to your time and your decision to go to Jacksonville University. Oh, 9:04. All right, that was an important day.
Yes, very important.
Yeah.
My parents, we went up to Bono's to celebrate that evening.
Very
Had
nice.
some friends and family come, and yes, it was a very exciting day to sign. And you know that you're going to get to go play your sport for another couple years, and hopefully the classes don't get in the way too much. At least that was my approach.
Okay, another hot rumor is this KJ Bolden is a safety from Florida State, or to Florida State. He's a 5-star kid, and again, we don't know any of these kids. And I'm of the ilk. If you come, great, welcome to the club, the family. If you don't, so be it. But they're predicting that he may flip to Georgia. So, which would only be fair. Georgia needs some players. They're struggling a little bit up there. I know they coming off of one loss in 30 games, Murph. So they need to get some guys. How are we?
This goes down to like the wire here. They're still out there trying to sort their classes out.
And now you add the extra layer of money, and it's just kind of even
transfers,
more disgusting than ever. But it is what it is.
A mess.
It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game played by both sides.
Yeah.
The kids are dirty, and the teams are dirty. They'll recruit you, and they might recruit for football. They might recruit you in May or in June. Then they stop calling because they think they got somebody better.
That's the interesting one as well too.
And you may verbally commit to them.
Yeah.
And then, but they don't have to honor that either. So it goes both ways.
As much as it's the athletes have wanted a 1-year deal in some sense for the freedom, then the universities and the coaches are working on 1-year deals as well too. So when you go to the portal, and that wasn't the conversation that I had with Terry Alexander, and not to say that all programs are doing this in college athletics, but it was when you come in here, you have a scholarship for 4 years, unless you don't conduct yourself.
When were you
not underperformance?
Right.
When were you first aware that colleges were aware of you? Like going to camps in the off season, or did it manifest itself in recruiting or people coming to the games and watching? Or
after the summer of my junior year, and then universities started reaching out after a couple of showcases or tournaments that I played in with a local team here, and so it was like smaller schools, junior colleges, Division II schools.
You had, correct me if I'm wrong, you had 8 home runs at JU. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right.
Okay, now so explain to me how. I mean, I get you got bigger and stronger and all those things, and obviously your bat speed. You can tell me 1,000 things, but man, you think of the aluminum bats giving you all that advantage, and you go up there with a wooden bat, and you're hitting them, 450 feet, and
how'd you do that?
20-something homers. What?
How'd you do that? Well,
you see what I'm saying, or no?
No, absolutely. I would say that when I was in college, that I didn't use right field as much as I did when I got older. Like
you felt that was more of a priority. You were happy being Tony Gwynn in college, and then you kind of wanted to be.
I mean, if you're going to be
hitting
Tony
over the
Gwynn,
shortstop's head as a left-handed hitter.
I was not going to hit enough singles to be Tony Gwynn.
Okay.
Tony hit all of the singles.
Yes,
right.
Like Rod Carew.
Yeah. Yes.
I wasn't going to hit all the singles, and the easiest way to be productive is to eliminate the infielders in front of you to the pull side. So I'm left-handed. If I beat the first and second baseman, I only have to play against one guy. I can beat him in front. I can beat him to the side. I can beat him over his head. And so when I got productive in the big leagues, I started pulling the ball in the air. And
I just felt comfortable.
Well, yeah, and my skill was I was accurate. I was pretty accurate, and so I got with Kevin Long and Pat Rosser, and we just kind of started talking. It's like, if you're going to be accurate at the right fielder.
So the book comes out on you though, but in the bigs, do they don't care? They're still going to try to come inside, and in other words. If I know you're a pull hitter, I'm going to feed you outside all day as a pitcher.
Well, outside pitch can be pulled as well, too.
It can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I promise.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the intent at an outside pitch.
Yeah.
Those are also two
So what ends
things.
up happening is I have a specific area of where I'd like to hit the
So
ball.
if you're trying to pull an outside pitch or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way I would do my work, actually, if you put your phone down and think of it like a home plate, and just the one is the outside.
Get home
yeah,
plate.
I can.
Anyway, get that home
so
plate.
what I would do when I would do my front toss and my work is I would have them flip me balls or set the ball up right on the corner away.
Okay.
And what I wanted to be able to do was to cover that and be able to pull that ball in the air to right center field.
So you got to get out front?
I just want out front. I wanted
key,
to pull
the
that sucker in
the key
air.
I'm guessing that you're going to get to is just you got to have the patience in the eye
Get
to
you a
not
good
go
ball
after
to
the
hit.
one that's
And
2
I
inches
was-
outside of that.
I was much better at pitches outside at understanding if I couldn't pull that ball in the air, it was a ball. I would take it. Now, I wasn't as good inside.
So it helped your eye, though.
I could get walked in off the plate, and I'd swing at bad balls inside. But outside, I had pretty well measured. And so what would happen is what I would do is I would try to stick my eyes on the edge away.
That's interesting.
And then
Right.
suck them into me.
That's an
You know what I
interesting
mean?
confidence
Shoot
that you
come to
have,
me.
and knowing what you can't do tells you what you can do.
Yeah, I'm much better away than in. So if you see, I don't argue much on called strikes in a ton.
You
but
didn't argue
away,
much. You'd look back.
But away,
His eyes would dart back.
How aware, Daniel, is I'm going to change topics. Is that cool? Yeah. How aware is Trevor Lawrence of criticism that's coming at him really for the first time? I mean, like real criticism from a larger affected number of even his own fan base. Is he?
I'd say you're aware in the sense that he's not playing as well as he wants, and so. But I don't get the feeling that he's reading
Losing
papers or
confidence.
anything.
He seems to me to be the kind of athlete, and I'm sure you played with these, and it's probably hard to get out of this. But when you've been the dominant alpha that your whole life, you want to take over as much responsibility, and you press and you push and you try and you lose patience and you try and get it all back into play. And I feel like I see that happening with him a little bit.
Well, I think the ball security is one that I've heard you guys talking about
Yeah.
this week about.
Oh yeah,
really wanting to make a play. I would prefer him to take on less contact when he scrambles, even though I like to watch him run, and I think that it's a good asset that really attacks the defense, especially this time of year as we hopefully look to take down the South and get into the postseason. I think his legs are going to be vital. Hopefully, if he plays this week, but not so much in the sense that he's reading it, just more like you said. I think trying to do too much, and then just some plays that. They're just result plays, and if you end up on the wrong side of a result play, it looks even worse. Like
That's fair.
I tried to steal third base with 2 outs before,
Yeah.
like a ball in the dirt. So you
Yeah.
get thrown out. It's not what were you thinking. It's like you can't be out.
Yeah.
That's the only
Right.
outcome.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
when
so
we have
you,
the
you
play
can't
down-
drop the ball at the 18. You
when
just can't do it.
And then play at the end of the half. When they got up and lined it up to run it, I go, run it. By all means, run your play, but you got a touchdown or incomplete of you guys have talked about.
Now, as a professional athlete who achieved, near the top of his sport, especially in your windows, right? If I had to put a respect meter, if I ask you to put a respect meter on other positions in professional sports, are you a big enough sports fan across the board to factor in other sports? But quarterback is it, man, right? I mean, of the pressure, the importance, you're in on every single play. Like I know pitchers are kind of like that, but they go every 5 days.
They don't finish what they started anymore.
Yeah, you're right, correct. I mean, is there any other position in sports? Is there anything, a shortstop in baseball, or is that just do disservice to center fielder, catcher, or anyone else?
How about a goalie in hockey?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
goalie in hockey.
Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly goalie in hockey. In the way that they can take a game over, I would say, and then maybe the NBA, not
just a star in the NBA.
Yeah, a star, just because you can touch the ball. Much more frequently.
that's fair.
Like watching the Rangers, and Shesty is an elite goalie.
That's your goalie?
Yeah, Igor Shesterkin. He's a Russian goalie. He's elite, but he went into a little bit of a slump, and they were putting the biscuit in the basket on him here a little bit, and he was like, and then we got this backup who was a veteran, Quick, who won a cup, ironically, against the Rangers for the Kings.
Jonathan Quick.
Yeah.
He got on a heater. That's when I think of goalies. He got on a real heater to win the
Yeah,
Stanley Cup.
and they say, well, the term because they're standing on his head, but those guys get hot, and especially in the playoffs, they can lead you to.
Oh, yeah.
They can single-handedly win you a Stanley Cup, I think. So I think maybe quarterback is and quarterback's the ultimate one, don't get me wrong, but I think that would be one that I would try.
And I shouldn't have, when I said, to hear the criticism, I probably shouldn't have reserved that just for Trevor. You got a locker room of guys here that for the first time in a while, I mean, it's been nothing but bouquets and attaboys coming at this football team since last November, and they're starting to think, and because what happens is the fans talk, and then through us in our questions, they're getting questions they haven't heard in a while, and I would think that's not all negative to feel that.
No, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know, like not pressure per se, but to kind of there's
To sharpen things up a bit.
yeah, there's some correctness in
Yes.
what's being asked of them and what's being questioned of them.
To execute better. And I keep going back to when you lose the game to Cincinnati, it just puts you behind schedule.
Yes.
And then you look up and you think, well, those are 2 tough ball games, and they were. And
Yes.
I'm not surprised that we lost those games. I wish we would have played better this past week, but I thought that we defended well, just didn't get the points when we needed.
I think the thing that's most irritating in watching this football team is the sloppiness that has come up of late that was not there. If they play clean football against the Ravens, for example, it's a 1-score game. Either way, you have a chance.
Yes.
You have got to play clean. You have got to fix the little pre-snap penalties and the dumb mistakes and the turnovers. You can't do that. If you play a clean football game, you'll look up at the end of the game and it will be a close one way or the other because you're good enough to win these games.
I thought heading into it, hope Trevor's the last one that touches the ball with a chance to win it, because it's getting to be the time of year with good football temes that you just hope you're
And
the
he
last
did
one to
that
touch
last
it.
year. When they were down 17, he would bring them back. He threw 4 picks against the Chargers. I was like, I remember up in the booth saying, boy, do you call it a day here? And they're, no, and thank God they didn't, because he then turned it on like nobody else. He's able to overcome those things, but he's got to play better.
It's hard. Sometimes when we speak, there's this assumption that we're like being Trevor apologists, and I'm not. I'm trying to get this football team as best as it can. I mean, I think there's a sneaky suspicion I have a sneaky suspicion of one thing that has not ever been mentioned, but we got a couple of receivers here that just been okay their whole career, and now they have career years with Trevor, but it's about them and not the quarterback. In other words, Zay Jones has been a guy his whole career. Maybe if he gets 55, 60 catches, he's had a hell of a year. I don't think that Zay Jones came here and became Justin Jefferson and has bailed Trevor out. I think Trevor's talent has made Christian Kirk, 90-catch guy. Zay Jones a relevant player. Evan Ingram, another one.
88 catches.
Yeah, they don't.
Yes, the heights they reached at the end of the season last year when the run they went on, the offense has not looked that clean this year.
Right.
And early in the season, when I would hear you guys talk about Trevor's kind of touchdown to interception ratio, it didn't bother me as much kind of early in the season because we were winning games and that's how we were winning them. So, but now. Well, now he's going to have to go through some.
And the fumbles too. It's the turnovers, not just the picks.
Ball security. And
it's the great thing about the NFL and about being a fan of the NFL. If they can go down there and play like they're capable and beat Tampa, here's an idea too, boys. Like convincingly, can you give me a couple score lead? Let me have a leisurely Sunday afternoon, right?
Probably not.
Then we'll feel better though. But I'm just saying. Then suddenly life's okay. You're 9-6. You're a win away this week from wrapping up the division, probably. So.
But if you lose,
we're
like
that
you said,
close.
You may not control your own fate
don't
anymore.
You want both those teams aren't losing this weekend. I don't think. I don't think. I don't know. I don't believe in either one of those teams either.
No, I don't either.
I'm embarrassed that we've lowered ourselves to the Colts Texans level. We're better than those guys. That's annoying.
Let me ask you this, Daniel. How important is it for this franchise that has not been successful many more years than not? How important is it in terms of organizational belief, confidence, DNA to win the South back-to-back years? I think it's very important.
I like what you've been talking about, just stacking up 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done it, and I don't even want to think about it, but to go through an offseason of no postseason, of no playoff football from where we've come from.
Right.
And where we were a couple weeks ago.
We were in December playing for the number 1 seed. Let's not forget that.
And I want to believe in that team going to Tampa this weekend. That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, man. We got the easiest schedule in the NFL these last 3 games, bro. I mean, it's time to stop short selling this. If they don't win, it's one of the great chokes of all time. It belongs up there with Jaguars' 3-13 seasons. You're 8-3 and in control. Yeah. And granted, you lost 3 tough games. Your last 3 is literally the easiest schedule of all 32 teams.
Yeah.
You have no excuse to not go 3-0, get this bleep right, and win the division. That's what you should do if you are who you've convinced us you were.
Yeah, it's 2.5 game lead and that we had. So,
yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think the last 3 games need to look how they look to win the division. If it's 3-0 that it takes, then go cut them all down. If you can do it, you win today and go 2-1.
The general consensus is, you're going to beat Carolina. Okay, I mean, that's the general. And again, you got to come to play, you got to prepare.
Yeah.
I'm not, but come on. So that's 9.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 probably gets you home, but it could take 11.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, this ain't the Niners, Ravens, Chiefs we got. We got
but I keep trying to
stinking
tell
Bucks,
this guy.
Panthers, Titans, dude. They're
Tennessee-
terrible teams.
Tennessee
stinks.
at Tennessee.
They stink.
I can tell you, though, from being on bad ball clubs late in the season, that guys will find a reason to play because they're working for a gig next year.
Yeah.
So,
Tell the Chargers that. They didn't find a reason last week against the Vegas.
Well, they wanted their coach out.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe true. They may want that in Tennessee, too. Don't kid yourself, but who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah,
So
either way. Daniel, can I get you to I mean, I know you're just all about your fellow brethren getting as much as they can and the market dictating the market, but is there not a problem when the Dodgers have spent $717 million and 9 major league teams have spent $0? How can we ever have a competitive professional league?
We keep getting different champions
we
every
do
year.
keep getting different champions. There's a lot more. There's more parity in baseball than
It's
football.
shocking, but it's true.
Okay, now I'm going to guess, with all due respect, I love you both. I'm guessing the Rangers were maybe the second or third highest payroll in baseball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, telling me we're getting different champions because they went out and spent like the Dodgers rather than developed like that.
But I would also say that I'm becoming more of a believer in the importance and kind of, I would say, of winning a pennant. So the Diamondbacks winning, I think I've put too little emphasis on winning a pennant. I think winning a pennant is a big deal, and probably.
Where were you when I needed you in the 90s?
I was watching the Braves win all of them. The pennant has come.
It didn't feel like it. Yeah.
In our history. That's all there was for years.
For a year,
and then you would come together.
Well,
and play
that's
where
the
there were
wrong-
no playoffs.
It's amazing for you to make that transition now because in today's modern society, it's win or you stink.
And I just think yes, you win the World Series and you have done, I would say, the unthinkable and dodged the raindrops. But should you be able to hang a banner for a pennant, I think that's worthwhile. To your point about the dollars being spent, I'll look at it this way with Shohei's deal. I look at it as $45 million times 10 years because that's the present day value of it. So it has a 7.
I don't like that. Is that fair? Does that need to change how they push the money back?
Last week.
Because Shohei takes on risk too. The Charlie Dodgers might not be there in a decade, and he might not get anything. Yes, I know they're not going anywhere, but you still take on some risk.
This just shows you
the US has
well, this shows you that Shohei knows
before.
he can make $150 million in
Yeah, he does
endorsements.
all.
I just want to go win.
What I'm interested to see is that since we have such a free market and it's open and more a conversation, but between Yamamoto and then one of the lads from KBO that signed with the Giants, he got like $106 million. There's a number of non-union members who are getting quite a bit of access to money in our industry, and that's going to come at the expense.
Can you be a union member if you're a foreign player?
No, so they have their own kind of
All of them
domestic
do.
leagues
Like
and whatever.
Acuna, all of them.
Wait, Acuna? No. So Acuna
Just the
is
Japan, just the
so
the
KBO
the Asian
Japanese
leagues.
guys, and so the thing about Yamamoto that makes him so desirable is he's 25 years old, and so you're going to get what looks to be elite production or close to it, and I'm a bit morbid now, but when he breaks, he's still young enough to be productive on the other side of it as well too.
That's
so
fair.
now you get elite, almost quote production on the front end. He'll probably take his year off or so. It seems to be the modern way, but still be productive on the other side.
Yeah, Mike Soroka on line 2 wants to disagree.
Oh no,
you never know.
You don't,
I hear what you're
that
saying.
scalpel. You hope
No,
you come
I
out
hear
of
what
it. And I'm not saying he's going to.
I hear
but
what you're saying. I'm poking fun.
I think every
as Mets guys, were you guys not? I mean, is this not a must get, or you lose faith in your guy? I mean, he's about left for big money for a guy that's willing to spend big money, and he's worth it. No, I mean, don't you roll it out?
I was talking to Daniel in the break, and I feel like this one is one that this is
You
why
gotta
you
get-
have this owner.
Yeah,
you got to
okay.
go
That's
get
what
him.
I was thinking.
will be extremely disappointed, and I'm not sure we're going to get him. And I don't know because there's going to be one reason why. But if Cohen can come out and say, "Look, I offered him $375. The Yankees offered him $300. He took the Yankees, and then I don't know what else I can do."
I think the Mets
they wooed him.
Yeah,
they
over
went to Japan. They had
met
him for
with
dinner
him,
at his
and he
house.
Came over as well too.
I don't know if the pig was there or not when he had dinner at the house. But
He was a big part of that whole GameStop storyline. I was telling these guys in the break, I watched that movie Dumb Money. It's actually pretty good, but it's just about the GameStop and the Robinhood app and how they ran that stock price up, and the hedge funds were the bad guys in the movie and in that story, and Cohen and his his Wall Street hedge fund where he was part of the subject matter.
All right, let's take a break. Go ahead, finish your
I was
thought.
going to say the thing behind Robinhood was supposed to be like you weren't ever going to shut it down. So
No, and they caved to
you
Wall
put
Street.
the governor on them. And the whole website was we can do whatever we want here.
And but ironic, and that tanked. It tanked GameStop for a while, but they rallied and went back up. And the guy who started that whole thing apparently he wrote it out to the very end, made hundreds of millions of dollars off of like $30,000. He put all his money in there, $54,000. And when it's all said and done, after they run that stock up, it was like 100-something million.
Jeez. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it going. Daniel Murphy's in the house. It's the Murphy Power Hour brought to you by ITP Partners here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the best bet card rooms of Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine.
More than 50 years ago, NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle said his goal was parity throughout the league. He even joked about a season when every team played 500 balls. He never saw that dream come true, but he set in motion the wheels that helped most teams become ultra-competitive. That's the case this season more than ever. With only 3 games remaining on the 17-game season, just 4 teams have clinched playoff spots. The 49ers, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Ravens, and only 4 have been eliminated. The Jets, Titans, Patriots, and Washington. That means 24 teams still have a chance. I don't make any assumptions knowing any team can get hot and any team can crash. Miami and Kansas City are a breath away from qualifying. The Browns are on the threshold. No division is more undecided in the AFC South thanks to the Jaguars' current slump. The NFC South is the bottom feeder with no team above 500. Pete Rozelle is smiling somewhere.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. If you're local and you want to support local, come out for happy hour at the Goat Tapas and Bar and enjoy Brackish in your favorite beverage.
Look, Christmas is almost here. It's time to get that home repair project you've been putting off done before the family comes over. Let First Coast Home Pros Handyman Services tackle the honey-do list for you. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
8 Sparky. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
You're busy, so 1010XL makes holiday gift giving easy. Find great gift ideas from Bellwether Restaurant, Beard's Diamonds, and Brackish Vodka. Get lots of great gift ideas at 1010XL.com.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, "I did the plumbing for that." That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing fall specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Teal and Black were looking for a bright spot offensively under the bright lights at the bank, and a special return from a special star was just what the doctor ordered for Jacksonville. In the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Jamal Agnew for a 65-yard touchdown, making the score 10-7 with 7:15 left in the period. The Agnew score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hey everyone, Jason Parker, CEO of Performance Painting here. 'Tis the season for giving gifts, and this year our gift to you is waiving the power washing fee when prepping to paint your commercial building or home exterior. That's a $500 to $3,000 savings back in your pocket depending on the square footage. And no matter who you hire, make sure they power wash using the proper methods, which includes being careful around your expensive windows. Learn more at performancepaintingjacks.com or call today at 849-2499.
Performance Painting.
Safe Harbor Seafood and Market is one of the largest sources of fresh local seafood in the Southeast. This football season, when the family wants fresh seafood for game day, stock up at Safe Harbor Seafood Market and Restaurant, located in Old Mayport, or the new location in Crescent Beach. Award-winning seafood right in your backyard. Family-owned and operated for generations. Safe Harbor Seafood and Market. For store hours, go online to safeharbor-seafood.com.
Kicking here for my friends at Nimnick Buick GMC. Want to wish you a joyful holiday season and a new year filled with many more miles together. Like, if you're tired of shopping these online dealers that overpromise and underdeliver, are you ready to sell or are you looking for a deal? Find your next used vehicle at Nimnick Buick GMC with Car Bravo. So easy to use. The #1 Car Bravo dealer in the Southeast region and top 10 in the country, ladies and gentlemen. You can go to NimnickBuickGMC.com, NIMNICHT, GMC.com, or, of course, always go to the showroom off Phillips Highway and discuss the future of used vehicles. How about this? You need an oil change from the comfort of your living room? You bet. Book it at NimnickBuickGMC.com. They'll come to your home or your business, and they will take care of business. You know why? Because they're there for you. They've been in the business for 82 years. Because they do business the right way. Family-owned and operated. Nimnick, your friends of the car business since 1941. We are professional grade GMC.
Celebrate December with Best Bet. We're giving away an incredible $275,000 in cash. Kickstart your holiday fun at Jacksonville and Orange Park with amazing promotions like $500 High Hand Fridays, 12 Days of Christmas, and the $40,000 Guaranteed GoPo 400 Tournament. We have you covered with fun, fast card games like 1-card and 3-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and more. New to the game? No worries. Our friendly dealers are ready to teach you the ropes. For all the details, head over to bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Field is on JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jacksonville. Passes start at $10 and are available exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app. Visit JTAFLA.com for full details. The JTA Game Day Express, where you're winning before the game even starts. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We lost to a good team tonight. But we definitely still are hurting ourselves. So it's not like things are, being really snatched out of our hands. We're kind of letting these things go, and the clock is ticking for us to fix it. So no fear. Like I've been saying, the urgency, is as high as it's been the last 2 weeks before tonight. It's even higher right now.
We're going to find out, man. I mean, like I said, this team hadn't really had this kind of adversity until they were win or else late last year. I trust in Doug Peterson pushing the right buttons, making the right calls, getting the right game plan. This is a Tampa Bay Bucks gang. We're not going down and facing the, Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was Evan Ingram, by the way.
Yeah, that was Evan Ingram. He's had just Dan was talking about him earlier. He's had just an outstanding
really good
year. You ever have a concussion from playing?
No,
you never remember. I just wonder what the concussion protocol includes. Like, I've now had a couple of people around town tell me they've seen Trevor in the last 24 hours driving a vehicle.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you drive a vehicle if you're in the concussion protocol? I wonder.
Yes.
You can. You are allowed to, but it's still be a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a real good sign. I remember.
You concussed yourself in the closet falling off
the
ladder.
Both my sons got concussions playing football, and actually, I think Drew's was worse. He was in a dark room for 2 days, man. His head hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks wasn't as bad, and he had to work but again, and it's high school, so it's different. You got to pass the baseline tests and stuff. But he had to work like crazy to pass all his tests and get back in a week. There's 5 different steps you got to pass. Now, hopefully Trevor's into step 3. Like, if he's out of practice today, then that's a good sign. But we'll see.
It has been difficult in the concussion protocol to get in for the week this year. I mean, I watched for fantasy football and purposes.
Well, we saw Purdy do it. Now C.J. Stroud, though, is going to miss a second straight week most likely, and he left the game. So it'll really be almost 3 full games that he's going to miss. I'm building myself. I do this every week. I'm ready to just to bury us and send us off to the moon on Monday, and by Friday I think we're going to win by 10. And that's where I'm trending. And I haven't thought that about the Ravens. I never thought we were beating the Ravens. I don't say some of
You think we're going to handle the Bucs?
I do think we're going to beat the Bucs. I mean, handle's relative, but 24-20 up 24-13 late,
And this is all on the premise that Trevor plays.
I think we beat him without Trevor. I do. I'd rather have Trevor. I mean,
Mike Evans,
receivers, man.
Mike Evans and Godwin scare me.
Me too.
Well, that's anything to do with Trevor. That's my point.
Yeah, but that's
defense, man.
Yeah. Trevor doesn't play safety. You guys are saying if they score, that CJ won't be able to score enough, and I'm saying I don't think that. I think they'll be okay with CJ Beathard. Trevor's better, don't get me wrong, but I expect the defense to step up. I don't think they're going crazy on him and giving up 30. At some point, you got to learn to play again, man.
I hope you're right.
And by the way, it's a much different team. I think you're to the point now. Every time they've rushed, I say rushed. I don't know if they've rushed. Every time they brought Tyson Campbell back, he's just been re-injured. It'd be nice at some point to have Cisco and Campbell and Jenkins and Williams and have your guys and Herndon. I mean, that's the defense that was playing early in the year when we were positioned as a top 10 kind of defense. We haven't had that in a while.
Tyson Campbell has had those nagging injuries all year, and one thing that Doc Murphy always taught us, you do the hammy in July, it's just like a kiss of death.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, you got to let it fully heal. Nobody wants to let it fully heal because you want to play. It starts feeling good. You fool yourself into playing. You explode on it again. You do it again. You irritate it. It leads to he had a quad. I mean, different things happen. It's just, man, those legs got to stay.
Yeah, you just can't control the intensity and the unpredictability of a game. So you can go out there and, we'll, like in baseball, we'll go run the bases and we'll be moving around and we feel great. But one of the last things they'll make you do is a pickle. It's a good one.
One of the most amazing, one of the things I learned in watching sports was one of your old guys, Hosey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watch him, if you go to a game, that dude stretched for a long time because he had tight quads, hams, and kept hurting his hamstring because he could really run.
Mm-hmm.
And, boy, they would, more than an hour.
Yeah, he was
every day.
He was always moving.
It's tough.
I hope Trevor can play because the Bucs pass defense is terrible.
Yeah,
and if you play fantasy football, you realize that. You start whatever quarterback is playing. Now, Jordan Love didn't do much last week.
Mm-hmm.
Teams can, and this is a league where things can change pretty quickly. I wonder is it an advantage when your defensive coordinator came from their head coach? Like, is Todd Bowles in our offensive meetings this week telling them what to expect? Do the Jags see basically what the Bucs are doing? By the way, our pass defense is terrible too, so maybe they are two peas in a pod, Caldwell and Bowles. But I wonder having a defensive coordinator who came from that head coach has much of an impact. Does a catcher have an advantage batting off a pitcher he caught for years?
I would say a
little bit.
Yeah, I think it's
that's about that's the closest. What about just a teammate? You're playing second base and you're watching a dude pitch for 3 or 4 years. If you face him the next year, do you have an advantage?
You have a better idea
just from his tendencies, his
what
habits.
He's do, how the
and
ball
I think
performs.
that's probably where this tendencies for Bowles maybe give an idea of what to expect or what you might encounter.
He's got to find a way to win. Like I said earlier, I think this is a big week for Doug Peterson. I mean, I got to rely on this guy. This guy's been through the fires, and I need him to properly, whatever it takes. He knows his team. Do I get after him? Do I ease back? Do I give him a dose of confidence? Whatever he has to do, tell me how a coach can help you if you're going through a little bit of a rut.
One thing, well, a couple. One is I don't mind kind of recognizing where we are as a ball club.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't won a ball game in a month.
Right.
Like you can't run from that.
Right.
But at the same time, the good thing is you got another one coming, and Trev talks about it, just kind of executing the plays that are in front of you. Now, it is cliche, but holding on to the football, getting your 3 points, like the couple field goals, Mac has been so good this year.
Clean football.
He doinks one and then kind of snatches the last one a little further left than he wanted. But it just the margins are so fine that you hope that you just keep putting yourself in those situations and you execute it. That's really what it is.
Couple of things, clean football, they literally could have won the last 3 games. Maybe, I mean, the Ravens a little more speculative, but they could have. But I would also say, I think every team in the NFL leaves Sunday saying if we'd have played a clean football game, we'd have won that game. They missed a field goal, or they turned it over in the red zone, or they didn't convert on fourth.
I just think it's been more noticeable for our Jags because maybe we have been playing clean.
And we're supposed to be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're supposed to be good. And we're not, and we haven't been the last 3 weeks. And I think that the we're supposed to be good team shows up this week. I mean, at some point with your in the vice, you know, you got to show up. If you don't show up, if they don't win this week, they're cooked, man. That I will agree.
You
they
do?
don't. Yeah.
See, I don't think so.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it's crazy.
Here's
as hell.
why. Because I think one of those other two wants it right now, man.
Yeah.
I got teams that are winning every week. They're going on the road and beating Tennessee with backup quarterbacks.
So you think that somebody will win 3 in a row?
They might.
Yeah.
It was 4. Listen, it was a different deal when all we got to go is 2-2, and they got to go 4-0. That was different.
Yeah.
Now it's only 3, and one of them is playing Atlanta this week. And then the 2 of them are going to play each other, so one of them is going to go into the last week of the season with a chance to beat us if we lose one. I don't like. Listen.
It's dicey.
It's dicey, and we're better. We're significantly better than Tampa Bay in just about every area of football.
Fairness, here's the bottom line, Murph. If you don't win,
you don't deserve
these
it.
games. You don't deserve the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, you're not a playoff team. If you can't go win in Tampa, then good luck playing. You know, the Bills.
Never forget the great Jim Hicken, R.I.P. Pops, used to tell me, if you can't make the yard, you don't deserve to win.
That's so old school, isn't it? We still say that.
Murph, what's the Christmas plans over at the Murphy Casa with all those kids and running around? Santa's coming.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Santa hopefully puts on a good show.
Yeah. Have you
Christmas
heard anything?
Day.
Do you think Santa is going to put on a good show? Have the kids been much more nice than naughty?
Much more nice than naughty.
Okay,
It's a great time of year.
And their naughtiness is, I would hopefully, just creativity, them just expressing themselves creatively. No, we'll do that. We'll be here for Christmas Day, and then we head down to my wife's family in West Palm. We go a little further south.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love how hot it is down there, but it's great to see her family.
Yeah.
You kind of have to contend with the mosquitoes more than I would prefer if it's a little warmer.
Especially this time of the year.
Yeah, I
want a little snap out
not
there, a
around
little cool
Jesus'
snap.
birthday.
Yeah.
I don't want the mosquitoes around.
All right.
Jesus' birthday.
Well, Merry Christmas, man.
Cheers,
Thanks for
Merry
coming
Jesus
in.
was Capricorn, if you're ever wondering. We learned
that
earlier today.
Jesus was a Capricorn. And he never wore shoes. At least that's what the song told me.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. But
It's definitely sandals. I know that much.
That's Daniel Murphy.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
He had a lot of
Come
help
on,
getting
Jax.
him washed. He did have that going for
He
him.
did.
He had a lot of
He
people
did.
lining up to wash him. So
The Murphy
Did it
Power Hour
himself,
brought to you by ITP Partners. Daniel Murphy in the house. We'll make the turn for home next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. From Duval to the world.
All communication lines are clear.
Download the 1010XL apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. How? I've instructed my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. We have thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground and priced to sell. We guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. At Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, We're here to wow you.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 46th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Open 7 days a week in December.
New Year's Eve sale prices are happening now at Superior Fireworks in Orange Park. Locally owned superstore with something for everyone at any budget. Stop in today for early savings or online at superiorfireworks.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know, since I dropped my pounds with Awaken 180 back in September, I've had a lot of comments about how I looked. In fact, somebody just the other day said, hey, you look like you lost your spare tire. Honestly, they're not that far off. Picture this, a bulky, awkward car tire, 26 pounds or so. That's exactly what I was lugging around before Awaken 180. Did it take me 3 months, 6 months? Nah. 26 pounds gone in just over 1 month. Imagine slicing through air, feeling light like a sports car, not a clunky sedan with extra baggage. Imagine where you would be by the end of January if you started Awaken 180 today. Maybe down 20, 30 pounds. Why not just do it? The program is simple. The coaching is awesome. The results are even better. No meds, no starvation, no gym. And unlike the meds, you'll have a plan to keep the weight off when you're done. Free support for life, folks, so why wait? Give Awaken 180 a shout at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com and ditch that spare tire.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 20th, 2005, Kobe Bryant puts up 62 points in 3 quarters, while the Mavericks scored 61 total points during that time frame.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Do you know a child who's had a tough year that would love to experience the thrill of attending a Jaguars home game? You can nominate that child for a chance to attend the Panthers and Jags game on December 31st. To enter, search Kingfish Pest Control on Facebook, then nominate a child by sharing their story at the giveaway page. Let's create a memorable experience for a child who needs a little Christmas cheer. Visit the Kingfish Pest Control page on Facebook today to enter.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Shark Coatings. Gosh, I love my new garage. It's not new anymore either, by the way, but it looks new. I've had it for a couple years now, but I'm telling you what, there's nothing better that you can do to your outside of your house than get your garage coated by Shark Coatings. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com, all right? Trust me on this. Sign up, get that free estimate. This is a gift to yourself, man, for all your hard work and grind. They'll come over, measure it up, give you a price, and you say, let's do it. Pick your pattern. The Hickens went with Pebble Beach. And then they'll get it done in one day, man. And it also forces you to take care of clean out your garage, which is a positive. You get a 15-year warranty. It's better than the epoxy, and they get it done in one day. SharkFloorCoatings.com. You'll thank me later. SharkFloorCoatings.com.
Now, the Florida State Seminole Report, brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team.
Florida State suffered their 4th straight loss on Saturday, losing 68-57 to SMU. This marks FSU's 2nd straight loss by double-digit points. Darren Green Jr. and Georgetown point guard transfer Primo Spears led the Noles with 10 points apiece. Florida State continues their 7-game homestand as they play host to the Ospreys of North Florida at 8 p.m. I'm RJ Saunders with your Ag Pro Seminole Report.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
This is Sheridan Tootin, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. When asked if Sunday was outside linebacker Trayvon Walker's most complete game, Jags linebacker Josh Allen gave this response.
I think Trey can play better, and hopefully if he was up here saying anything, hopefully he can say he can play better.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson commented on the performance of defensive tackle Devon Hamilton upon his return.
Yeah, he's continuing to improve each week. He can still get better, obviously, and he knows that.
The Jaguars dropped the third straight game in Week 15, losing in a mistake-filled performance against the Baltimore Ravens. It cost them in the power rankings, falling to 13th in USA Today, 11th in ESPN, and outside the top 10 in most rankings. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the sports world spinning with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Morning, Tony.
Morning.
What's cooking today on a Hump Day Wednesday?
We'll have John Ogier in for the second hour of the program this morning. And our question of the day today asking, of these choices, which is the biggest problem for the 2023 Jacksonville Jaguars? Your options, bottom 5 pass defense, they can't run the ball, questionable play calling, or too many key injuries. Which is the biggest problem?
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yes, is my answer to this.
They're all problems.
Yes,
that's
they
for
are
sure.
all problems. We got to run the ball, dude. That was a strength last year. But again, I can't eliminate any of those that you just. What we need around here, boys, is a narrative shift, and the only way that's coming is with a win at Tampa.
We need a win.
We need a narrative shift. I mean, we are aching for a win here and get back right. Then suddenly you can win a couple 3 in a row and everything's fine. But one quarter at a time, I would suggest.
Especially with it looking like Stroud's not going to play again this week there for Houston. It opens the door for them to, it's wider for them to lose this week.
Sure.
Right.
Than it would have been with Stroud playing. So, you beat Tampa. Houston or Tennessee lose this week. Well, they got to play each other.
I think if you beat Tampa, you're in really good shape.
That's what I think, and that's why I think if you don't, then you could be in bad shape. You could. You open up the pot. If they don't beat Tampa, I think on Monday morning, for the first time in a long time, we're not going to have fate in our hands.
Well, that's fair.
Somebody else is going to control it. That's not a fun feeling, and I hope they act off of that urgency.
That'd be nice.
I think they will, but again, my thinking and their stinking ain't lined up. So.
All right, Tony, have a great show.
Thank you.
E.
Now, today's takeaways, brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
Jeff.
Yeah, my takeaway is, of all the number 1 overall picks at quarterback to win titles, you got to throw David Carr in that group.
Who knew?
We went down that, that path. And also that Trevor's going to be facing, as a former number 1 overall pick himself, back-to-back weeks where he's taking on a former number 1 overall pick. Baker Mayfield this week, Bryce Young next.
E.
Congratulations to everybody who will be signing today. Those faxes will be coming through.
Yeah.
Good luck to all the colleges. We got anything late, Dan?
No. I think there's 7 so far for Florida. Cheryl, is the fax machine working? Wait, it's coming in. Oh, it's the punter. It's the punter.
Good news, Coach. We got another 3-star. That's going to do it to it. It's been a Betros Plumbing Wednesday. If you have holiday hijinks when it comes to your plumbing, count on my friends at Betros Plumbing. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Football is a collision sport. But you never want to end up on the injury report.
The concern here is how he landed.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update on 1010XL.
Jacksonville.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And check this out. I know you're not walking